Back. Dude's Nerdery. Oka Studios. Hey Vern. Sean Solo 8. Salacious. Rom. Together, we're unstoppable. We are, of course, Freeman and Monkey Lizard. Bringing out toys to play. That's right, Freeman and Monkey Lizard. Bringing out toys to play. Freeman and Monkey Lizard.
Hello.
What's up, everyone?
Welcome to Four Men and No Monkey Lizard.
Thank goodness. Should be peaceful
Salacious
today.
is taking a holiday in Spain, and even though when it was his turn to host 2 weeks ago, and I was on my holiday in Hawaii, I showed up. But then he canceled that live stream so he could order toys, and then he bumped all our live streams back a week. And then last week I get home and I'm recovering from COVID, and I'm delirious and I'm coughing, and I still show up for his live stream. And now he's sitting somewhere at a pool in Spain. And so we are four men without a monkey lizard. Welcome.
A lot of us were waiting that day too for you guys to come on. There was like 20 people in the chat just sitting here waiting.
I bet a fair bunch of us were also pre-ordering what was released that day as well, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
I did. I pre-ordered all the things I wanted to get, and it was awesome because I was just sitting poolside. And
I was
just
trying to log on with my phone from like Comic-Con, and I was at the Lego booth, so I was doing the little tapping game right at the start time, and when I walked out, I like logged immediately on, and it was like, oh, we're canceled.
Vern, look up.
Yeah, well, he never lets me talk. That's the problem, right? So I just have to cut him off. He like every time I want to get a word in, he interrupts me, and so I'm just going to do the same thing from now on.
Just keep cutting them off every time.
Yes, every time. So as soon as he starts talking, that's when I'm going to have something to say. Nothing right now.
So would like to welcome Vern.
And then right after that, I tried like messaging like, hey, where is everybody?
I saw dude posted something on Twitter. He was like, I'm sitting here waiting to get into my own live stream.
Yeah, I showed the backstage pic.
We were there was some backstage messaging going on like, hey, where's everybody?
Yeah, like I said, I thought everyone was just late because everyone was pre-ordering stuff, and then all of a sudden that was it.
I thought it was interesting though that they were they launched their pre-orders in the midst of like Comic-Con, right? Yeah. Like cell phone service there was so spotty because of the crowds. It was kind of hard to do anything. Like I was trying to like post images of some of their panels, and my phone was lagging so bad that I would have all these messages from Twitter saying, you already tried to post that, rejected. You already tried to post that, rejected. Yeah. And then I looked and I'm like, oh wait, no, they are posted. And then I have all these like second drafts of the exact same things that were rejected.
It was all the Walmart stuff, right? If memory serves.
Yeah, the collector con stuff.
The Waltons don't care about timing for things that matter to us. Come on.
It was crazy though, because the stuff went up like so sporadically that first day it hit Thursday, which was the first day of Comic-Con, and then that's when the Purge Troopers, the Retro Spider-Man, all those went up. Eric, you were going away, right?
I just landed on the plane, and I'm texting you on just DMing you back and forth. What'd you get?
Yeah, because Eric was waiting on the Beast, so like I kept seeing when the Beast would go up, and then as soon as it went up, I sent him the link, and he's like, "I just landed my plane," and he quickly ordered it real quick. Nice. And then, I sent Dude a bunch of the stuff too, because
I saw that. Cool.
I think the only Legends figures that I'm super interested in is the new Namor. I do want to get that.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I probably get a couple of those Black Panther figures just because of I think that underwater helmet outfit looked cool.
Yeah,
And
I'm playing the long game on those for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, but
I want
the
them.
Howard the Duck is what I want.
Weren't you trying to get them to give one to you? Didn't you say that?
So this is the crazy part, right? Like, so I was there. It was like earlier in the week, and I said, "What's the chances of that Howard the Duck coming home with me?" And one of the people in the booth said, "Well, come back on Sunday at the end of the show." So I waited around on Sunday. It was about 4:40, and I was like,
"How creepily were you waiting, though?"
What? Oh, I was
like did you make them uncomfortable?
Yes. No, but I went in there and I said,
"That's how he got to the selfie series."
So I asked to the same person about the Howard the Duck, and they deferred me to Dan because is kind of like their head guy or whatever, right next to Ryan, I guess. And he's like, no, we have to pack that up. So I was like, I wandered around a little bit more. Then I was like, I'm out of here. And then about 10 or 15 minutes after the hour, my neighbor, who I don't know if you've seen them, he's on the 5 Idiots Talking Toys. They have a show they do. And so my neighbor's on that, and he texted me about 15 after the hour, and he was like, "Hey, look what they just gave me." And they gave him one of the Force FX lightsabers that was on display.
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
I know, if I would have just hung out right there in front of the lightsabers and looked really creepy, right?
I wish I would have thought about that at Celebration. That didn't even dawn on me. I thought they would have brought all that stuff home. I could have been the sole owner of the Reva lightsaber.
Yeah, it was the Ray one that they gave away that he got.
I wonder how much are like the full mock-up HasLab fails worth? Like that has to be,
Cookie
you know what
Monster?
I mean? I'm sure somebody would want that one of one.
Yeah, the problem is I bet the guy
who
has that. I bet the guy who has the full mock-up is one of those Hasbro team members, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got it.
Yeah, it's probably IP where they have it. Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't fully functional, the one that they had too. It was still hardwired and whatnot. So I'm sure they were.
Can you imagine, like even the one that they built for 2017 Comic-Con when they built their huge diorama, they had a Rancor in there, and even that one's probably somewhere and could be worth something, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
they were even showing.
I feel bad we haven't said hi to anyone in chat. We've been going for a few minutes.
Well, that's the way you run your show, apparently.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you, though. All right, They Gone was first in chat. What up? Dave's the man.
Yo,
he does a stream on Thursdays at 4:30, and he does his safety brief.
What up?
What up?
Never swim in a lake by yourself.
Hey, G-Force.
Red Ranger Chris.
Red Ranger.
Oh, those figures.
Connor.
Good start to the season, right?
Wow,
Connor?
I like that. So Fuller's Figures says he has a good authority to be about the best 3-man in Monkey Lizard ever. Incidentally, Rum won't be on.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see if this episode, once it hits like podcast, is the #1 rated episode in Ireland.
Well, we could build some Legos now. D-Force, you can hop in. You're welcome. Anyone who basically we're gonna talk about weekly pickups, right? We're gonna maybe talk about what we watched, any pre-orders, probably talk about the WB HBO Max, like real weird stuff that's coming out. I don't even know what's going on with that.
I don't know how that's good business sense.
Spend time doing offerings to the toy gods.
Yeah, I can't wait for the HBO because I just don't understand the business sense behind throwing away $90 million.
Well, I
more
think
than that too.
They said that the tax write-off was like 30 million or 40 million. Okay, so it's still a loss. I mean, they're thinking they can at least recoup the 90 million.
No. Okay, from what I understand about the way movies go anyways, is no movie has ever made money, right? And from what I understand, even Star Wars, right? Because even today they still like promote it. So they still have like this open like budget for promotion that supposedly never puts it in, the green. So it's always like not making money. That's what I was understood about the way movies work.
I have to imagine a lot of movies
up,
do
Nate?
make money at the end of the day, licensing and overall, and whether it's done in theatrical release or like licensing for streaming or.
But I think it's their
DVDs or
accounting that
whatnot.
ensures that it looks like it doesn't make money.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Is like
Yeah.
nothing ever
Yeah.
makes money. So even if they released it, I think for them they could still count it as a huge loss because it's just going on HBO Max. And if they can't show there were any more subscriptions because of that movie, they can't really show that that actually earned anything for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but apparently it's like a company mandate from the top that they want to cut so much money out before the date, I guess, that they can. So
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's
let's
part
cut-
of the whole plan.
The problem is they already spent that money.
Well, yes, yeah. It basically allows them to write it off though for tax wise. So then basically it looks like a loss on there and they pay less taxes. That's how big corporations usually do all that type of stuff.
And then the executive bonuses will coincidentally match that exact tax amount right there.
No, they'll
Yeah,
exceed
pretty
them.
much.
But
they also-
Come
They
on.
also canceled like other shows and other stuff, and now there's a whole bunch of stuff that's like up in the air because apparently HBO Max is not going to be HBO Max anymore, and then Discovery Plus is not going to be Discovery Plus, so they're going to
Yeah, it's
merge
going to
the
be
two.
Warner or something.
Yeah, if they
into a
merge
whole
it
new-
with just more content, if that's what it is, then
That's
that's
a
cool.
positive.
Yeah,
But
then
they
that's
were-
a positive. But
Yeah.
I actually think HBO Max is the best overall streaming service.
Yeah.
One
Like
of them,
overall
yeah.
value, all the stuff you get, I think
And the only
I would
reason you
probably
think
say
that is
Disney-
because
Disney Plus would
was on
probably
there.
be right
Well-
after that for me.
Well, HBO Max has Turner Classic Movies. You got
What's up, Michael?
you got classic
Orlando?
movies in there. I mean, you have all the Warner Brothers contents.
Right.
I mean, whether it's comic books or their entire catalog, like the Lethal Weapon stuff, all the action movies, they just have so much wrapped up in there. The Adult Swim content's in there.
Yep.
I mean, they have everything balled up.
Dude, they got
And-
Doctor Who.
Yeah, they had Doctor Who, but guess who's trying to romance Doctor Who now? Disney.
Hulu.
Disney is talking with BBC right now to get the new season of Doctor Who when it rolls out next year
Yeah.
over to on
Wait,
their
wait.
platform.
I don't care
You
where
know,
it is. I just want to be able to watch it because the
Yeah.
downside to Doctor Who being on HBO Max is it's a year after it airs for it to go on
Yeah.
HBO Max.
Yeah.
So all the Who episodes we're watching now are from a year ago. So
Yeah.
that's the downside to it. So if I actually got to watch it in sync with how they're
Mhm.
being released, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and-
mean,
and
I
your
was
Disney
doing it
Plus
on
is-
BBC America. I would like DVR it on BBC America and then watch it that way.
Yeah.
That's how I
Disney
was.
Plus is
Yeah.
getting
pulling it
ready
off.
to skyrocket though because they're moving
Ads.
Dancing with the Stars over.
Oh, really?
And they're
That's
about
what's
to roll
moving
out
over.
the ads.
Are they?
Just want to say hi to Orlando again and Michael.
Probably going to be another
I
buy
mean,
up
You're
tier.
there, John.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see is Disney going to keep Hulu as a separate service?
What
It
up,
makes
Rick?
infrastructure
How
wise,
long-
it makes no sense to maintain two separate platforms like that.
Well, but technically
But I
it's three
think-
platforms because it's ESPN Plus too.
Well,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
There
think
you go.
about it. They get two separate subscriptions for it right
Yeah.
now.
Kind of
'Cause
keep
we
are-
bundled together.
Technically
Or-
3.
They can
Well-
still manage that and just have them feature flagged for which one.
Or if you're
Yeah.
a crazy person who 2 years ago jumped in on that bundle where you get Disney,
All 3.
Hulu, and ESPN Plus for like $15 a month, then you kind of came out ahead. So yeah,
if you're
it was-
if you're in the
it was like
US,
an Amazon
that-
Prime deal or something. It's like
It
some
also-
deal around that.
if you're in the US and your mobile phone is through Verizon and you have an unlimited plan, you get the Disney bundle for free.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I have currently. Yeah, I haven't paid for it at all.
No, I have T-Mobile, but I get basically half of my Netflix subscription paid for
Yeah.
through them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I mean HBO
Hello,
Max.
Pat.
Hey, Cap.
I'd say HBO Max is ahead of Netflix personally.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, as far
yeah.
as the variety and the quality of the contents, but you know,
Netflix hasn't really put out anything recently,
Hey, let
and
me-
when they
No,
do,
it's-
it's like few and far
it's more of
between.
your B and C movies, or
Let-
it's
let me-
stuff that you've already seen like on CW
And
and
I
some of the other
tried
networks.
watching season 4 of Stranger Things. I just don't like it.
I loved it.
I don't
I
like
love
the
it.
show.
I enjoyed it.
I want to like it, man. I really do, but
So-
I just
so
can't.
let me-
I don't
let me-
like it. My girls love it, and it bums me out because it was
Let
something
me
we
ask you
could
guys a
share,
question.
but
Did you guys watch The Gray Man?
Not yet.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
It's on my list.
We don't have
So-
or we don't
So
have
so I'm gonna say for The Gray Man, that movie was pretty good for Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yes,
know,
it
that's
was.
Yeah.
that's the way I like qualify
It-
everything on
Yes,
Netflix now.
that's
is-
how you could do. That's how I felt about Lightyear.
If-
I was like, that
yeah.
was a good movie for being
Yeah.
on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
would say Gray Man
I
was
watched that
kind
last
of
night actually.
Yeah, I
Gray
did
Man
too.
was kind of like Netflix's version of John Wick.
Or the Born
So-
Identity.
No, I
Yeah,
think
it was kind of
more
like
Bourne,
Taken,
right?
Taken.
I thought it was. I
Identity
thought it was
almost.
like exactly Born Identity, like
But
the
the-
same
I mean,
story,
comedy
everything.
relief
It's
with,
the type of
Chris
movie you
Evans.
would have watched on like HBO on a Saturday night at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
And-
You
and here's the great thing
that's
about-
pretty much the vibe.
The thing is with that movie too is like I will never watch it again.
probably not.
You know what I mean? There's absolutely no point to like ever
If it
watch
was-
it again.
If it was on and there was nothing else good on, I probably would watch it again.
Let me tell
But
you,
it's not something
there's
I'm gonna
always
go
going to
out
be
of my
something
way.
else good on.
I get the feeling though that with Netflix, those types of films aren't what drives subscriptions. It's the series like Stranger Things or Umbrella Academy that get people to subscribe, and those films are just like they try and prop things up just to give the appearance that they're just still
I think-
doing the bare
yeah.
minimum.
Netflix has
When
been
they
very
got
hit and miss a lot lately.
when
Yeah,
they got
more
Sandler to
misses.
sign that picture deal, I think a bunch of
Oh,
people
God.
jumped on thinking, "Oh, Sandler's going to make all these really great movies," and
And they're all bad.
I can't name one.
I think the last
every one of them's been bad.
I think
Every
The
the
one.
last
murder
good-
mystery one was okay, right?
I
Comedy
didn't see that
specials
one.
are good.
Yeah.
The last Sandler movie I actually thought was really enjoyable was Grown Ups.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
think that's the last one I kind of like. I enjoyed it. I mean, the other ones have just been.
Horrible.
I mean, it's.
There's
Doctor
been some
Who
really
is pure-
really bad ones. Yeah.
I mean, but like I guess with Sandler, like setting my expectation a little bit higher was, misplaced, right? Like if I set
Well,
my expectation really low, then I maybe go,
I mean,
oh yeah,
it's-
that was pretty good
It's
for Netflix.
Adam Sandler. Do you really expect Shakespeare from him? This is the guy who, Billy Madison? I want to touch the hand.
No, but
I mean,
mean,
come on.
some of the stuff
I'm
that
surprised
he's
like
done
he hasn't
is-
gone
That
back
is
though and
correct.
done a
He
Billy
called the
Madison.
shit poop.
Like,
I mean, the guy got his big break on the MTV game show Remote Control. If you guys remember that one.
Yeah, dude.
man.
I mean, that's been his career is those kind of jokes, and his time on Saturday Night Live, Opera Man,
Billy
and
Madison and Happy Gilmore back to back were
Some of the
instant
best.
comedy
we're
classics
great.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
in the 90s, dude. And
And then all-
Wedding
I was
Singer
just
Wedding
about
was
to
Singer is
say,
good.
yeah.
he got like a bigger budget, and
Yeah.
Wedding Singer was hysterical too. So those first three movies, man, he knocked it out of the park. And that's right when we were in like I was in high school, college. There's like perfect timing for
Well, he's
Penguin
done good movies, but he didn't star in them. Like Grandma's Boy, I can watch that over and over again.
Yeah,
That's
Grandma's
hilarious.
Boy. was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, that's a
he,
good one.
He didn't star in it, but he helped co-write it,
Produce
and
it,
there was
yeah.
all his buddies in there. So
Yeah.
Pretty much all three of the ones with Drew Barrymore are good though. 51st Dates,
for
The Wedding
First Dates,
Singer,
yep.
and Blended. All
Yeah.
three of them are actually
I don't think I saw
decent
Blended.
movies.
I didn't see that one.
Supposedly,
If you
the
liked
new-
51st Dates, it's like
the-
the same,
His-
kind of chemistry.
his new one on Netflix supposedly is supposed to be good because it's more of a serious role.
The basketball player one.
Yeah, the basketball one is supposed to be good.
Well,
I watched it.
wasn't,
It wasn't
was it
anything-
Punch Drunk? Wasn't that
Punch
kind of
Drunk Love
serious one?
is a really good movie too. It's super weird, but it's a serious movie. It's really
Mhm.
good.
And I
I
didn't
don't
see
think
the
I've
one
seen
where
that one.
he had cancer or something in it.
Funny People. I actually like that movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate it, but I like the comedy in it.
His recent, it's not very recent, but his most recent comedy special on Netflix was pretty good, especially the phone walk keys bit.
I'll have to look that up because I was a big Sandler fan back in the day. I mean, I had his albums.
Yeah.
There
was a really good-
happened to me.
Wow, look at this! Look at these, as Salacious would say, racialist accusations.
100% Yank.
There was a really good tribute
I don't
to
appreciate
Chris Farley in
that.
last session, Dave.
What was that?
The last special, there was a really good tribute to Chris Farley in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I don't think I saw the stand-up that he did, but I saw the basketball player movie, and it was nothing special. You watched it once, and you were like, oh okay.
Hey, you didn't spend like 10, $11 at the theater to go see it, so it's.
Oh no, yeah. No. I how about you guys? Are you guys like, I don't know. After the pandemic, I feel more comfortable watching stuff at home, and it has nothing to do like with COVID or anything like that. It's just more so.
It's nice. I mean, it's nice.
You
It's
know
always
how, like,
nicer doing it at home, but
it's convenient. Like if I go to the movie now, it really has to be like it's more of an event just because the cost and so to me it's kind of like you'd go to the movie to watch Happy Gilmore when it was in the theaters right. Those movies don't exist anymore really in cinema. But like, so now it's like, all right, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man, No Way Home, Thor, like that's a movie I want to see in the theater because of the spectacle and the sound and the size. But like I went and saw Thor and it was awesome because there were only 2 other people in the theater. I did it in Hawaii because I got so sunburned.
It was awesome.
The experience was great because it was me and there were 2 other people in the theater. Like that was awesome. Like,
I like Thor.
No, I was
so I got something to say about the theater.
Sunburned the day before. I had to stay out of the sun that day.
Have you guys seen The Walking Dead?
What?
Okay, so
I've seen parts of the first season.
You know how they walk into these places and they've been like shuttered for like years and they're like dusty and they got like the rats running around in like the little kitchen areas. So think about these movie theaters that have been closed, right? And then they have that concessions area. Some of them have a place where they actually cook food. They've been shuttered. They were shuttered for like over a year.
Actually, some have, but where I live, buddy of mine, he just left. He was a general manager for a movie theater for a couple of years. During the pandemic, they still had to go in just for cleaning.
Did they actually maintain it?
Yeah, they had to go in like for office work, and a lot of the employees were furloughed, but management still had to kind of go in, make sure the refrigeration was still working for health codes.
Yeah, the theater I went to in Hawaii was great.
Some of them they did.
It was right by Alani. It took me like 15 minutes to get there. And
Alani didn't have a theater.
It didn't have a movie theater. No, there's one that's like, so you're in Ko'olina and it's got like 2 little shopping areas, and it's like LA traffic where it's like 25 minutes to go a mile and a half. You're just crawling, and then you kind of get out of the area and you're good. But it was a nice little movie theater, and it had like mountains in the background, and there's palm trees everywhere. And I think it was like 15 minutes from Alani, and I went and watched Thor. I got popcorn, peanut M&Ms, and they had a blue vanilla slushie, which it was I've never heard of before.
Blue vanilla?
Normally you have blue raspberry here in the States for like a slushie. And it was blue vanilla, and it was mind-blowing. It was so good. It was the best slushie I ever had. So I had a nice, quiet afternoon.
Was this a chain or an independent theater?
It was a Hawaiian chain. It was a Hawaiian chain.
I think like
they didn't serve
when you
spam?
went to Hawaii, you just had to convince yourself that everything I have here is going to be amazing.
No, dude, no.
For the price.
My review of the there in Alani was awful.
See, I just wish Disney would have kept the premiere thing going. Like, I enjoyed that during the pandemic. I had no problem. $30 or whatever it was, $25. It's going to cost me about the same to go to the theater anyway, and I can watch it twice at home.
It was fun to see Top Gun in the theater. I will tell you that.
I haven't seen that yet. I still want to see it though.
Let me tell you how it ends. Let me tell you how Goose's son gets
explosions and Maverick survives. But no, like you were saying about the Disney premiere, you could actually come out ahead because let's say you have a bunch of friends over your house.
Yep. Yeah.
So instead, you're paying 25,
you charge them like
25 or whatever.
Each.
It was all
very
you want to chip in on some food?
People
charge
over
them $7 to come in, and then tell them you're going to give them popcorn.
Yeah, and that's it. You would have made out. But it was all because of the Black Widow Scarlett Johansson thing. Once that happened, that was it. That was the end of the premiere access because I thought for sure they were just going to write it in people's contracts going forward that, hey, part of your money's cut from Disney Plus and this is your bonus or your guarantee or whatever. But they didn't. That was the end of it.
I just responded to that comment, Connor. Bold statement after this morning, sir.
What's up, Scuba Pete?
Yeah, for those that don't know, Connor and Eric have a blood feud going on over soccer.
Football.
Soccer, football, same.
So Vern,
same
Oh, come on. You don't even use your arms in that sport. Come on.
Hey, Verno,
Call that a sport?
question for you, Verno.
I looked really hard for it. Sean actually wanted it too. I was texting with him during Comic-Con
Julie
to see
Newmar,
if he
so
could
of
figure
course.
out what booth it was supposed to be at, but it wasn't even in the place where they were selling most of the McFarlanes. I couldn't find it. If it was there, I never saw it.
Well, I'm hoping to come across some cool stuff next week for Steel City Con.
Dude, I would love to have a McFarlane, Julie Newmar, Catwoman figure. That'd be awesome.
I think it's required by state law.
Seriously,
Hey, can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story about
awesome.
this figure?
I just got mine yesterday.
Oh, you got your?
So-
you guys want to do pickups?
So hold on. Let me just tell you
Here,
this.
why don't
This
you do
one.
your pickups? We don't
I
want to
did-
interrupt you, so we're gonna let you do your
I
pickups.
did. I was trying to do the Target app to pick this up to have them like drive up,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I ordered it and it was drive up. 2 hours later, they canceled it. They said
Oh.
technical issue, canceled. Went down to the store. It
They
was
still have it.
still showing out of stock, and there were like 6 of them because I had this one in my hand when I filmed the other 5. There were 6 of them on the peg, but they couldn't do my drive up order, which was ridiculous. But anyway,
They just didn't want it.
What was
Now, do
he
you
priced at? What's he pricing at right now?
in the store they had them at like
35.
over $41 on the peg,
Oh.
but it's
Oh
but
my
it's
God.
31 on the app, so they matched the price.
Dude, when I went to Hawaii and I got the archive figures,
Uh-huh.
I got Sidious and I got Dengar. They were $30.99 at the Hawaii Target for the archive figures, but I price matched them and I got them for $20.99 each. So I was pretty happy picking those out.
Yeah, I
Just a
got
quick
the
note on
deal.
Oh! Just
Finally.
I just got a package. Hang on, I'm gonna go get it.
Vern, you gotta have some ketchup nearby when you do that.
Just a quick note on that Saw Gerrera for everyone listening. I had mine pre-ordered through Pulse,
Nice.
and
Nice.
I got mine fairly recently. So Pulse doesn't seem to be the last to ship out anymore.
I want to see
Yeah,
Vern.
been-
I feel
it's
like
been
they've
weird.
actually had stuff.
I want to see Vern head swap a Jawa. Is that possible?
They did that with
No, they
the
did,
classified
dude.
weight too.
Maybe. Oh, look at that!
Uh-oh.
I'll speak of the devil.
Ooh,
Nice.
that
You know,
would be
it
funny
doesn't-
though with the Jawa swap.
You're gonna
Doesn't
love
make
them, Vern.
sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me that the first Storm Shadow they put out was that winter one, yet all the other figures were like Cobra Island at the time.
Yeah, he's
Right.
the he's like when he was actually part of the Joe team, that first one. That's why. That's like his Ninja Force attire. I love
still-
this one though. This is so cool.
Ooh.
And the cool thing
Oh,
is,
nice.
because I had the
You got Alan Shield. Nice.
so I had the wave, because I got the wave, right? So
Oh, you got that. Nice.
I have this guy too.
Awesome.
So did you get that from Pulse?
Yeah, no, this was Shop Disney.
Oh,
Okay.
Shop Disney. Okay.
Yeah.
No, because I'm waiting on mine from Pulse.
I'm playing the long game on those. I feel like it's too expensive for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's
Daniel
something that
is
we're
fine.
seeing that's peg warming now, like that Thor, the more comic book accurate Thor with the swinging hammer
with the
and
swinging,
everything.
yeah, that guy
Yeah.
was way too
I'm
expensive.
seeing him. He's sitting everywhere. I'm hoping that he's going to go down in price, and then I'm just going to scoop him up.
I,
You know?
I,
Yeah, there's that
I
whole
got all
4 wave is
those on
on
sale.
clearance.
I got all those on sale from Target because it was like a buy 100 get 25
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
off. So so I felt like that was fair. What's
Well,
up,
that's-
Steve-O?
That's the only way I bought those Dark Troopers, because dude, you were giving everybody
Yeah,
that code.
Entertainment Earth. Yeah, I had
Yep.
that code. Yeah, I got 3
So,
for the
I
price
got-
of 2.
Yeah, it was 3. Yeah, 3 for the price of 2, pretty much, and you got free shipping on it. So it was
Yeah.
like you couldn't beat it.
Jawa.
No, dude, and that was awesome because I want 3 Dark Troopers because then we're gonna get that Luke Skywalker. So that's
Yeah.
I want to have hallway Luke posed with them.
Yeah,
Who's
they
the
should be
little
shipping
kid?
out this month sometime. That's what they said, that they'll be starting to go out soon.
Who's the little kid figure from the Bad Batch?
Oh,
Omega?
Omega.
You
Omega.
could probably do a head swap on this, and then still use this hood on top of the Omega's head.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
to make it look like she was like dressed up like a Jawa.
Is the hood molded on
Uh-oh.
to
I
the rest
think
of
the
the
hood-
jacket? Or
No,
can
it
you
looks like
remove
the
that?
hood is separate because the head will turn.
Mhm.
Let me look.
Okay.
So Vern just created a new spoiler for season 2 of the Bad Batch, where Omega
Yeah,
has
Mike.
to hide as a Jawa.
You might be right, Vern. It might actually be able to do it. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
now.
Everybody
So
else
it's-
has their buck knife, right?
Let's do surgery.
Everybody has a buck knife.
Sorry, I got a bat knife.
Nice.
I got my trusty scalpel.
You need to get yourself like a really quality buck knife, right? They're weighted super well.
That's not a knife.
They look
Although
fantastic.
This is a
Well,
knife.
I mean, I have a Celtic short sword, I guess. I could
Okay,
use
so
too.
you could pull this like thing off. They
Okay.
did put a little glue on inside, but you can if you want to break the glue, just pull the little hood off.
Okay.
What up,
Do it.
Fabulous?
So
Actually, let me
expect
just-
a Tika head swap.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know
nice,
what?
Chris. I'm still waiting
Oh,
on
there's a
Reva.
peg.
I got Reva
There-
for 17
Oh,
on
the hood has a
Amazon.
peg in the back of the neck or
Yep,
something?
Yeah, it has
Dude,
I just
Amazon's
pulled it
been
off.
great
It
with
has
the
like a
price
hole.
drops.
I love that.
It has a
That's
slot that keeps it on.
They've been
Oh,
the reason
Weird.
why I've been pre-ordering with Amazon going forward, because that price match guarantee you can't beat. I got
Yep.
every one of this whole new wave cheaper than regular price. The only one I think was Vader that didn't go down.
Scuba Pete says, "Come on down to Vern's Cutlery."
G-Force is using katanas.
Yeah, I opened my packages with a snakeskin samurai sword.
Well, I think it's important to have at least one good quality knife around, right? Like
I do
Um,
want that Jawa, but I'm playing the long game. I'm pretty much playing the
see if I
long
have
game
that.
on most things, and it's been working out well. You know, like I think the Obi-Wan figures, if it's Obi-Wan, you have to pre-order it to be safe.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah. Him
other
and Vader.
things, playing the long game on, or if Amazon has like the discount to start, or you get a good coupon, then I'll pre-order it. But you know, at the $26 to $30 for the figure, I just, you know, unless it's something I really intrinsically need,
And
I'm playing the long game.
the packaging thing's really kind of bothering me going forward. Like I have a feeling once that happens, like to all the lines, I'm gonna be picking and choosing. I think between like, all right, I might not pick up everything anymore.
Now I'm not buying double because there are like I got 2 Obi-Wans because I definitely want one Obi-Wan in box and one right. So, but that eliminates that now, which in one sense is good, but they are still making like the carded figures, so the Spidey retro,
which is good.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I've
okay
seen people
with that as a compromise, and I'm going to buy less figures, and then the value of the figures in box won't be as great because you can't see them.
Well,
Yeah, that's the only Marvel Legend line I'm staying with is that Spider-Man retro line. That and like if they do more of the Fantastic Four retros to go with the Galactus, but otherwise that's all I'm doing now for Marvel Legends is those.
I've seen
the retro
people.
cards.
I've seen people switching to the 3 3¾ because they come with the cards,
and they're gonna
So-
stay coming with the cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the 3.75 stuff, even the Marvel
And,
retros.
I mean, between the pricing, I can't fault them. I haven't bought since all that's gone down. I haven't bought any Star Wars Black Series. In fact, I'm trying to sell a few of mine,
And you know,
I haven't bought any Marvels.
and you know who I've been buying though, and I've been getting them on great deals is McFarlane.
Yeah,
I'm getting everything on sale from McFarlane.
I got into the G.I. Joe classifieds recently, and I'm absolutely just loving these figures. They're so more
it's probably one
detailed
of the
than
best
other
ones they got
Hasbros.
going right now.
This
Yeah,
is
like
really good.
dude, this is all pinless. So like fully pinless are all fully articulated, swivels on the wrist, swivels on the ankles. Like
Wow.
this is, and then I mean the animals in the line, like oh man, so
Yeah,
cool.
but now see, I'm tempted to get Spirit just for one reason, dude. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Eagle.
Yeah, Eagly. Yeah,
I saw some people posting pictures of that too, like
Exactly.
Peacemaker holding the bird.
that's cool.
But
Jonathan's
Man,
got a
these-
good question up
These
here.
look so cool.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, now any of those, I'm just opening. Like I'm not like the eliminating the view window makes me not an inbox collector anymore for those figures because it doesn't make sense to me to do that. But so anything I buy that is that doesn't have a window I'm buying it with the purpose to open it. But like the Spidey retro, like Rhino Spidey retro card, I bought 2 because I'm going to keep one in card. And I'm going to keep, and I'm going to open one because I want to have it with my Spidey retro display, right? So that kind of stuff, for sure.
Now, speaking of Spidey retro, what did you think of that Scorpion?
I pre-ordered 2.
You pre-ordered
it? I pre-ordered 2. Yeah, you had. I felt like if I didn't pre-order it, I wouldn't get it.
I believe
always on the fence about that.
Double check now, Dave, because it was still up recently. The lizard
didn't
sell out.
That's
cool.
terrifying.
Oh my god,
that's nightmare fuel right there.
Creepy. It's it kind of looks like a weird twisted like a mini Tusken Raider with like moldy wraps on his head. That's what it looks like. Doesn't it?
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna keep them like this. I might just like fill this hole up and then.
It's like pygmy Tusken Raiders.
That's funny. Yeah, no. If you check though, Dave, I believe that lizard was still up, like as of recently.
Lizard,
that and the Purge.
I mean, because what I want is you got to get the Sinister Six.
Yeah, that's basically.
I mean, for Spidey and
for the classic Spider-Man, you have to.
I have to get that Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends set.
Dude, do you know what would make a cool HasLab? You know what would make a cool HasLab?
That
would be
Aunt May's loft where you can have like everything sliding out.
That would. I wasn't going to say that. That would be cool. But the Daily Bugle vehicle that Jonah gives Peter after he marries Mary Jane.
I thought you were going to say the Daily Bugle
Punisher van.
Punisher van.
Yeah. Or you make it so that it's the same van, but you can swap out the different components and panels.
Yeah,
so you can do
that'd be sweet. I was hoping for that Daily Bugle playset. I don't know if you guys remember that from the original line.
Oh yeah,
that would be sweet.
I mean, like
just redo that
for them to do like the bringing back the Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. I said I was done with Marvel for now. And that's just like, here, just take my damn wallet. Just go ahead.
Yeah, I thought I was done for the weekend, and then they announced that on Sunday, and I was like, well, all right, one more pre-order.
But I think Marvel is missing one thing. Now they could have thrown a few extra bucks. They could have charged a little bit more if they did what our buddy Vern did. Because Vern, weren't you the one that made the ice sled thing?
Yeah.
I mean, that like something like that.
But they already
I think that would have been killer.
Wasn't that like $90-some for that 3-pack? Like that was ridiculous.
I think that 3-pack was cheaper.
Yeah,
that's
like
Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man was like $90.
Yeah, the Spider-Man were.
But I didn't understand why did they do like the shading only on Iceman and not the other 2 figures?
Right.
Yeah. I think because that other Spider-Man that came out when the Walmart Collector Con is the cell shaded one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
but I mean,
you were able to snag that one.
They're sticking one cell shaded figure in a 3-pack with 2 figures that are not cell shaded. Makes no sense.
My guess was because they're probably not going to do an Iceman in the animated series line because he was only in like 1 episode. So that's probably like why they did the cell shading to give you that.
If you're gonna have Iceman, you got to have that kind of a setup right there.
Yeah, you need some kind of a
something
sled.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, PulseCon is next month or early October or something?
I mean,
right?
And
like these guys don't have any creativity among them.
Look at McFarlane. McFarlane, when you do the 2-packs, they give you kind of a base to put the 2 figures on. I mean, they give us that.
I got it right here.
I have the Doomsday and Superman, and I also have the armored Batman from the Return of the Dark Knight. I have those. I mean, even this
is one of the ones that I wanted to offer up tonight, the Toy Gods. But it's a Green Lantern 2-pack, and it comes with a base and effects. Yeah. And then I've got several other 2-packs.
They give us those 2 figures. They give us those 2 figures in that base for $39.99 on the regular.
Dude, I got this on sale for $27.
Even better.
I
mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's seriously. I'm convinced that that Todd made a deal with the devil long ago. and that's how he's able to keep everything stocked
Yeah, but look,
and at the
here's
price
some
point that he does.
So here is the Hush 2-pack.
Yeah, I almost picked that up last week.
So and
That's
it
sweet.
comes with the base and the gravestone.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then I have this one, which I think is really cool. It's the Batman.
Oh,
for
Azrael.
Yeah, with
Oh,
the flame.
okay.
He has all the
Yeah.
swords.
That's awesome.
So it has a.
That's really
yeah,
cool.
Legend.
You could use
But
that
yeah, I've
flame
gotten
for all
these
kinds
for-
of things.
I've gotten all these for between $25 to $30 on sale.
You can't
Like,
beat that at
it's
all.
such a good value. Yeah.
You got to wonder, like, what is the difference? Is it just the licensing
Might be
lets
licensed.
them keep their margins and material costs and
I mean,
just overall
McFarlane
production?
figures are they're slightly bigger. A lot of them they seem to have more sculpt. I mean, Marvel just does like repaints all day long. Let's be honest.
So
They're all
wanna,
talking about the paint apps now. Like that's the big thing in the price is that if
I
the
wanted to
figure
check,
needs multiple.
Vern,
paint
did
apps.
you have any other pickups to show us?
No.
Nothing. I just want to. I want to make sure before I move away. I want to.
Vern's new name is Blade.
How does that work?
We'll see
You
him
know what
on
I've been looking
Forged
for?
in Fire soon.
I actually have another knife that I was trying to find because I really like it. It has like a lock on it, and you can has that little thumb piece where you can just push
Flip
on
it.
the blade and it pops out.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
But I can't find it.
All right. Who
I'm
else had some pickups this week?
I'll go because mine's small. I don't have. I have like 3 or
Just
4.
want to say hi to
That's about it.
Josh. What's up, dude?
What's up,
Hey,
Cap?
Josh.
So I got Spirit and Storm Shadow. They're
Nice.
amazing figures. I picked up Galen Urso finally.
Nice.
That was about a week or so ago. Tika. And then I just got this. I got a deal on this. So I actually got it for like $28, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
That's great.
So for the motorcycle and Baroness, because I missed out on the retro one, and based on how they all arrived, I'm probably not gonna be able to find a mint one. So with the motorcycle, I couldn't beat it. So
That's cool.
that's pretty much all I got. Yeah, it was a light week this week.
Nice.
So Jonathan's saying that because McFarlane owns McFarlane Toys himself, he doesn't have to answer to shareholders. And honestly, like that's probably a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to have that crazy greed. No, for those figures, I think we're praising it. Like I think it's awesome that I'm getting his figures for $10 to $15 regularly. I mean,
You
That's
can't
awesome.
beat that, especially
beat
now with the price of everything.
I
Yeah.
buy so much more McFarlane than I do Legends or Black Series combined anymore. I've totally switched over.
Yeah.
As long as it's Batman or Batman adjacent.
Which
is
now
everything.
Constantine is Batman adjacent.
It came with the
is
Batman
100%
comic, though, didn't it?
100% Batman adjacent based on the Dark Justice League
Justice League
animated
Dark, yep.
movie, which is an outstanding animated movie. If you haven't seen it yet,
It
it's
is.
really, really good, man. I really like
it.
it.
It's a good
Justice.
story
Yeah.
too.
It was
And
I
really
like
they
that
had the same
Constantine,
actor.
because it comes with like the Doctor Strange hands, like so you can
Yeah.
cast the spell too. So I
Yeah.
like that. I thought that was really cool.
So Ways to This had a picture in his story on Instagram, and it was the Monkey Wrench G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah,
It was a. So this is a picture. This is the guy selling the kit on eBay to make your monkey wrench. So
Oh,
basically,
wow.
So what it is, it's basically so this grenade strap, the rifle, it's the jacket, and then this
Oh my
head
God.
is the old man Hawkeye, basically, and it's just painted with the
okay.
different colors. But
So that's all that was. That was just a custom.
yeah, it's a custom inside of the break. He took Breaker out, replaced
Okay,
him
that's
with
what I was
the other
wondering.
figure with this kit on it, and it's a monkey wrench.
Because they were showing it as like, oh, it's going to be exclusive at JoeCon or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't seen Emily post this, but like, hopefully, I want all of the dreadnoughts. Like, I can't wait. I got this Zartan behind me that I haven't opened yet, but
Yeah.
I can't wait to get the
And
rest of them.
are those
I
all
was trying to-
unpainted, or do you have to paint them?
I think
you
the
gotta paint them
jackets-
yourself?
I think the jacket's molded out of some red plastic or something. But yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much and this is black, but everything else is unpainted. I think the only thing in here that you could, which is unique is the rifle. I think if you have the old man Logan head, which I've like swapped on many of my figures, you could just paint up the hair and the glasses, and then you could just take one of these straps off of Snake Eyes or something, and then this jacket, it looks like you could just cut the sleeves off of a Marvel Legends. Maybe the guy, who's the guy with his mouth open, the figure.
That looks like the Thor vest almost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it does look
Yeah,
like.
it kind of looks like the Ravager Thor Fest. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could use that, and then this. I mean, you could probably make something. Just cut a rifle in half, and then go to a seafood restaurant and get their little fork end or
A little
something.
plastic fork. Yeah.
Or an Aquaman
honestly,
Triton and cut it down. Yeah.
And then just make the rifle.
I'm glad they're doing his sister in the next wave, and then hopefully they'll start to roll out the rest of them, because that would be awesome to be able to have them all, and hopefully a couple of them are deluxe with motorcycles. That would be even better.
Yeah. So when you posted that picture, I went to their thing, and then when I did online search, this is what basically came up. Is
The kit
G.I.
that
Joe
came
with
up.
Monkey
Okay.
Ranch.
So
I
maybe
actually ordered
they were.
it, so.
Did you? Okay. So I'm interested to see how it comes out when you. When you
I just
put it
don't know
all
which
together.
body I'm going to use.
Did they use maybe the breaker body? Is that what they?
No, because I think the original Monkey Ranch, he doesn't have a shirt, so I'm wondering if they used like Gung Ho and then just covered up the tattoo.
Or the Zartan too. You could take off that chest piece on the Zartan.
I guess,
Zoltan.
yeah.
Want to say hi to Darth Muzza? Hey, Ricardo's here. What's up, Ricardo?
Yeah, I guess you could. Well, then you got to contend with.
Are getting antsy. I love it.
Got to contend with these pieces, right? The arm pieces on the Zartan.
Okay. Yeah.
But let me find my Gung Ho.
I'll be honest.
I'm pretty sure
they've been killing it with the G.I. Joes. I've been living vicariously through everyone I know.
I guess
because
Gung Ho has
I
this
just
one.
don't want to jump in on it.
Today, right now is probably the best time
beast.
to jump in, only because so the majority of the other ones that I've gotten so far, I've gotten all. I went at GameStop was doing a sale last week or a couple weeks ago, where all their clearance stuff was another 50% off. So I literally got like the first wave of Joes and a couple of the other ones that I wanted for like $5 a piece, $6 a piece. So really,
I
mean, now's probably the time. That does look good.
This is actually the old man Logan, and I just threw the cap
Hawkeye,
on.
Yeah,
old man Hawkeye, sorry, and just threw the cap on, and then gave him one of Snake Eyes' pieces here, and then I gave him one of the sidearms.
See, that works.
Yeah, and you could just paint up the beard and the hair.
Yeah.
But I like the way this guy looked just like that. Because I think that they should. I had said before that I think that they should make the Joes look a little bit older like this, because if you're collecting these classified series and you're my age, then you were really collecting the 3 1/4 inch when they were new. And I think if you aged them from then to now,
so you mean like
they would all be like gray hair.
They grew up, like they got bigger.
No,
they grew up.
because well, I did a size thing, right? Like so my granddaughter.
You're doing some size things.
She was 10. She was 10, and I put the 3.75 inch figure in her hand, and then I put the 6 inch figure in my hand, and I have a picture where I compare the two, and proportionally, the 3.75 inch figure is perfect for like a 10-year-old's hand versus how the 6 inch figure fits in an adult hand, right? So it's a perfect scale up. For
you want
somebody goes from
you want to
being a child
age all the
adult.
Joes just like they did Shipwreck in that one episode.
I do. I want them to be my age. I want them to
So
show
to me,
that they're like mature.
I love the fact that they're like 6 inch though, like, and the fact that they're like keeping it closer to now the old school look. You know what I mean? Like that's what kept me away from getting into the line in the first place, was like that futuristic look. You know, they weren't even doing like the movies. I'm cool even like doing some Rise of Cobra stuff, because some of those Rise of Cobra figures were great. But
what if they did Duke, right? Like instead of making him like a young 25-year-old or whatever, made him look like he was 50.
40s.
Yeah, late 40s or 50 or whatever. I think
I
that
felt
would be
like
like
they
a
did
really
make him
cool
older.
form.
Well, you gotta figure if he's the leader of the Joes, he should be a seasoned soldier. That
Not
kind of goes with
necessarily,
that.
because if he's an officer, then he should be straight out of a academy, right? And the guy that should really be like mature is, say, whoever his
Hawk.
like sergeant
Hawk.
or is, right? That's the guy that should be the mature one. But
Well,
I
Hawk
want to
was
see all these.
even in like the cartoon, Hawk was seasoned. He was a lot older than all them. And then you had Flint, and then you have Falcon, his Duke's brother.
But I want to see
Just
them all aged.
Just a quick question to the Joe fans, because I'm not a huge Joe fan.
Mhm.
What would, setting aside the recent movies, would you rather see a rebooted, like new animated show or live action series if they were trying to bring back more content?
I would rather they continued the original cartoon.
Okay.
See,
Because
me and Kat, Josh, we were talking about this artist.
Because
if this artist that does this box art could draw the cartoon
animation,
yep, I'd be all in.
I'm 43. I grew up watching the original cartoon. I had the original Joes when I was a kid. The Jeeps and the vehicles were like the most fun. But watching how the storyline evolved, how Serpentor came in, how they, even some backstory on, Zartan, and just that whole thing. I would love to see them kind of like say, like, obviously, we're talking what, 30, 40 years?
Yeah, the 78 or whatever.
Where's Cobra Commander? Was
or
did
80,
he
88.
vanish into the background, and where would he be? Although we saw Cobra Commander pop up on Transformers. In the future.
I think you guys are right with the animated, because I think, considering what they had been able to accomplish in movies, they completely blew it. And I just think if they did a live action series, it just would not do justice for what they need.
Disney's bringing back the X-Men. It's a
like
continuation.
using the same animators and whatnot.
Yeah, and Marvel was the one who did that original cartoon. They were the one who animated that original cartoon. So it wouldn't be hard. But I did hear something about the possibility of them coming to Amazon for something. Like there is plans to do something G.I. Joe wise on Amazon.
Well, they did the Transformers stuff with Netflix. I don't.
No, but I heard Amazon was the one getting like a Lady J, something like. I don't know if it's live
Hasbro
action
has their own
what.
studio, right?
How would you feel if they did a TV show?
I'd be fine with it as long as they did it. So Rise of Cobra wasn't horrible. It was the story that was horrible. Like the cast wasn't as bad, and
so it was horrible.
You don't want it to be like the film or like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though.
Yeah, no,
that's where
like,
the budget would
it had promise.
I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I like
there's
Agents
some
of
cheese
S.H.I.E.L.D. a
to
lot.
it. There's some
But
cheese.
imagine if
to
Agents
it.
of
I like
S.H.I.E.L.D. was an
just accept
animated
the cheese,
series.
yeah.
What could they have done with an animated version of Agents
so
of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh,
Right? That would have been like 10
But
times.
I won't dog Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was a great show.
Yeah, for a while.
But
and
to
then
say
it fell
like
off.
some cheese.
to me, like they had a few chances to really launch G.I. Joe and make a spectacle out of it, and I think they just dropped the ball. I think if they did like a live action, right, they would just be in the same boat. I think wise, like they're not because I think people who do animation think on a different level than people who are doing live action shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when you take people who do animation and make those types of series, it's like they think differently, and they think on a much larger scale because they're not confined by, hey, what can we do with practical effects and special effects, and what's our budget?
There is no gravity. There is no physics. You can do whatever your mind can imagine.
Yeah,
and I think
paper.
I'd even be cool with them like using these iterations of the characters that we already have too. You know what I mean? Like the Duke that's out now, like Duke should look like that Duke. And
think about the G.I. Joe cartoon. Remember when like Duke died?
Yeah.
Yeah. John's got a comment in here about this.
Netflix.
Wait.
But think about
what
Transformers and G.I. Joe. They both made us cry as kids. with those movies, and those were cartoons.
So
yeah,
there was
Renegades
apparently a
is
deal.
good.
Netflix had a deal or an option for a deal for Joe that was dependent on how the Transformers performed.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. I think somehow Amazon got a hold of that.
Mm.
So I'm working
'Cause
on.
I saw
right
something.
now. I'm working on a stop motion series that's gonna feature like pretty much the classified series figures that I have.
Mhm.
It's kind of loosely based on what I had done a long time ago with my 12-inch GI Joes, and I know that some people are not going to be happy about it because they're going to have different names than the names that they are given as Joes.
Well,
And they're not going to be GI Joe. They're going to be the Action Team, which I know isn't the Action Force or the Adventure Team.
that
but,
doesn't matter. It's your show, your creation. So go with it, man.
So
Yeah.
it'll be like
That's what I say.
that, but it's hopefully it'll turn out pretty good.
I don't know if you guys do any of you guys follow that Viper Island channel?
No.
Negative.
They put out like an animated film. It's like a 40-minute movie, and it's like done in the classified style. So all the figures, all the art looks like, you know, these figures that are coming out. And it was actually pretty good. If you search it on YouTube, it comes up. It was actually really good watch. So I wouldn't be opposed to something along those lines. But it's more of like a stop motion
But we all know
animation.
We all know what Vern's going to do is he's going to take content that already exists and he's just going to slightly change the names to everything. So it'll be like G.I. Jack, Action Team.
Listen, let me tell you. Okay, so
GI Force.
Let me tell you how this worked out like previously, right? So I have my 12-inch Joes, and like I tried to like name
The
like
Viper
the
Commander.
They all have like a state as part of their name. Some of the main characters, like there was Swift, Wisconsin, stuff like that, right?
So is this Zombieland?
Texas? No, it was so they were this action team, and the idea was that they're
Major
like a world
Slaughter.
police force and stuff like that, and it was run by a secret agreement of United Nations that didn't want the public to know that they had the secret agreement that they had this force that could travel into any country, type of thing. And that was like the concept behind it.
So
when
So in other words,
thinking.
Chuck Norris's Delta Force. Okay.
Yeah, or what's that marionette show with the with the puppets that would fly?
Team America.
Yeah, Team
World
America.
Police.
Thunderbirds are go.
What's up,
But
Dino?
I think like
How are you?
so the idea in the first episode is going to be like if I'll just give you like a short rundown. It's going to be
Wait, are there spoilers? I gotta let people know.
yeah.
if
This will
there's
be a
spoilers.
spoiler for it.
Spoiler
Okay, hang on. I'm
Sort
gonna
of
put
how
up the
it like
banner.
comes out.
Talking spoilers now.
One
All
of
right.
the characters is on a covert mission and he's collecting intel and he gets captured. And so they have to recruit a new commander for the team to go rescue him. Is going to be like the theming of the first episode. And just in the first segment, instead of being a secret force, he basically just takes them public. Like he just, you know.
I am
So
Iron
they
Man,
never-
basically.
Yeah, so basically something like that, where just everybody knows right from the beginning that just expect this coming,
Okay.
type of thing. But I am going to be
Alright.
looking for people who might want to do voices. So
Oh, that'll be fun.
keep that in mind.
I'd love to be a voice actor. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's such a
Play,
cool
I
thing to
could
do.
play Lady Jessica. All right, who else has pickups this week?
No, I got a few here.
Dave,
Go
Eric?
go for it, Dave. Hopefully, there's that lantern.
Well, yes. But first, a couple weeks ago, I actually went to a Target before an event I had to do and got The Witcher. He was clearanced. Says $14.99. I get to the register. He's actually $8.99.
Can't beat that.
So I'm like, the box is beat up, but he's going to be out of box anyway. So figured, hey,
Yeah,
$30 figure
Sweet.
for $9? Sure. Walmart today, they got those Q figs, but this was $11.24.
Nice.
Got to have Ripley from Aliens, so I'm actually looking
That's
for
cool.
because apparently these can connect together like a little mini diorama piece. So I'm looking for the
Oh, that's
Alien
kinda
Queen
cool.
now. But I figured, hey, at 11/24. That's a no-brainer. Now I was trying to save my money because of Steel City Con next weekend, but they had Parallax, so I kind of had to grab them. Gold label.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And I mean, look at all the accessories we get in this one. He was $19.99.
That's slick.
I mean, $20 for all this. I'm like, yeah, there's no question I'm grabbing it. So, but I mean, like even the hands are glowing green.
Yeah, that's a really
the
cool
luminescence hands right there. So
I like the glowing lantern too.
Yeah, I mean, this I had to get it.
How often do you guys find gold labels in stores? I have yet to see any by me.
I see them all the time.
Regular
I got the Batman Hazmat gold label. There were a bunch in store for that.
Yeah, those are kind of
I saw
head-warming.
that one everywhere. And
Dude,
then I saw that.
That's still one of my
that
favorite Batman
Catwoman.
figures. That thing is awesome. I love having the chest glow in the middle. It's so cool.
Well, I love that I get the lantern in this because I can use this with all the other figures.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to
lantern,
see that Black Lantern wave hit the stores. I haven't seen those yet. So
hop in and show it, Josh. Cool. Anything else?
not really, because I mean I got some cool gadgets I got to use for some. Got to learn how to airbrush now. Now I got some props.
Oh, that's
to make.
cool.
Cool.
Nice.
But that's about
That's
it.
what I've been working on. Different displays for this shelf behind me.
Well, my wife is dressing up as a Ravager from Guardians of the Galaxy for next weekend because of my coworker. So I'm actually in the process of painting some guns for her.
Well, that's
That looks awesome.
I thought you were saying she was dressing up as a Ravager for you.
I didn't say that wasn't happening.
Well, I convinced my wife to dress up as Princess Leia.
There you go. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate win right there. That's the.
But
that's
which
the
wardrobe?
pinnacle.
That's the question.
From A New Hope.
That's the pinnacle. Yeah, with the space buns. Yes. Yeah.
She didn't do her hair, but
it's all right. It's a technicality. That's okay.
You
That's
get a woman to dress like Slave Leia, you better marry her.
Well, not that. It was just the white gown and whatnot.
No, that's the one. That's really that's the one right there.
Yeah, iconic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you pick up, Eric?
All right. I've got a lot from my recent trip to Florida, and I had a quick trip, relatively quick trip to Disney World before I went to the Galactic Star Cruiser. Want to show a quick thing. I might not just unbox him just because it might take a while, but I had to get this. It was
got it.
The only good thing about episode
Babu
9,
Frick?
as far as I'm concerned, is Babu Frick.
Yeah.
So I had to get this. I'm desperate to open it up and play with it because what I saw online looked really cool. The animatronics and whatnot in a toy like this. It was only for what it was. I was expecting it to be closer to 100. It was only $60,
and that's probably
cool.
gonna soar in value once next season of Mando drops.
Yeah, with more of the Anzellans, the species that Babu Frick is actually in the story. That species is the species that built the Halcyon, the Galactic Star Cruiser, and and the founder or the main engineer who built it had a little cabin, and in the stairwell in the Galactic Star Cruiser, it had a little
Babu Frick cabin,
little tiny door for something. It was so cool.
That's awesome.
A couple other quick things to show. I got this from the lounge, from the bar. With one of the drinks, you can get this glass that this is a cool little glass. It's got like some paint on it and whatnot. It just looks a little cool. It's got the Chandrilla Starline logo.
Neat.
Is
that actual glass or plastic?
It's glass.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
As he taps and cracks it.
Yeah,
I know it dropped it.
I got this guy. I would have preferred 1/12 scale, but they have these Droid Factory ones, and
Yeah,
They
those
had
are exclusive too.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
for the SK620 droid. So this was
That
cool.
card
Can you
looks
open
really
it?
awesome.
Can you open
Sorry?
it and show us the articulate? Can you open it and show us the articulation?
Don't open that.
I'm actually I'm this one I'm keeping.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, and I just need to get one of the what was it, the star containers to secure that.
Vern's like, can you swap the head?
I also got one of these guys, the models that lights up. Of the
Oh,
ship.
cool. Did you open it yet or no?
Not yet. I can if you guys want to be patient with me, but I will spare you guys if we want to move on.
No, because while we're all making offerings, you can just take your time opening it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nate, I have some quicker. I have some quicker shows. This is pretty quick. I got the Star Cruiser exclusive lightsaber.
Oh, all right. How
Oh,
much
okay,
was the
cool.
exclusive one?
I honestly can't remember.
5,300.
Is this like an
No.
original saber that they designed
Yeah.
just for that?
Correct.
It's like the
Yeah.
training saber, yeah.
Yeah. It's a model of the training saber that they use in. I mean, this is actually better than what they give you in the lightsaber training experience. That was more of a kiddie kind of experience. It was fun, but it wasn't like you get to like, twirl the saber around and do like the Obi-Wan spin.
Looks kind of chunky in the bottom, kind of a little bit.
Yeah,
A little chunky.
I'll actually, for all of the Galaxy's Edge kind of legacy sabers and the like Savvy's Workshop sabers that are really chunky, this one's actually fairly slim, all things considered. One of the cool thing about this that's unique to a lot of the other legacy sabers that they have at Doc Ondar's, you get these pins for all the Arabesh letters in the alphabet that you can stick on here, so you can do a little bit of customization.
Okay.
Cool.
And then just real quick, there's a unique sound to this one as well. If you can hear it, it's kind of like a more
like
like
a
buzzing,
Yeah.
humming. So it's
Can you
pretty
change
cool.
Can you change the color or the kyber crystal?
it's this one's
Just
just
blue.
blue.
Does that open up so you can change the crystal? Or no?
No, not
Okay.
these ones.
That's one of the things I really do like about my Galaxy's Edge sabers are that you can
You can
change,
change
the
everything.
color. Yeah,
I can't wait to do that. I've been
So
dying
those-
to do that.
it's still one of the best experiences I've had, like as an adult.
And
Like,
apparently
So
they're
does-
adding.
Eric.
They're supposed to be adding more pieces to that this year, so you can build new ones.
They're gonna change out the parts and whatnot.
dude, I honestly would build another one. I really, if it was like all new pieces, I would 100% go and do it again. Unless it was going to be super ridiculous, because when I went, it was $219.
Okay.
Does that
Yep.
saber
not
make
too bad.
noise
think
when
it's-
you
I
swing
think
it?
it's
That's reasonable. $219 is reasonable.
It's still cheaper than Hasbro.
Oh, and you got the
Yeah.
droid too.
I got
Oh,
the
cool.
I got the RC version of the droid that I haven't opened up yet. But
That's sweet.
Man, we're was your credit card just going ta-ting, ta-ting, ta-ting the whole time you're on the cruiser?
His
You
card's
just
on
charge
life
it
support
to the
right
room,
now.
right?
well, all of the stuff is like exclusive when you're there. So my rationale is like I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars more just to go again, so I can have the
To
same
go back.
shopping experience.
Right.
So I bit the bullet on a lot of that.
It
stuff.
because it's not like Disney World where you're going to just go back again and can
Yeah.
get a different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Another
that saber make the
Okay.
swing noise and all that kind of stuff?
It does. Yeah, it does the clashing and whatnot, like all the other legacy lightsabers. That being said, I know, like you've heard me say this in the past, it's the Galaxy's Edge effects aren't quite as good as the Hasbro one, which leads me to this dude. I know you responded to me when I said
I was
got
just about to say.
this is the new
the
Vader
Vader.
saber that I got from Hasbro Pulse without a notification or anything. It shipped while I was away in Florida.
Dude, I can't believe those shipped already.
Yeah, they came in stock, and then they didn't even like pre-solicit
Flash?
it. Once it went
Nice.
up, it like literally shipped like right away.
That's all. I pre-ordered that, or I pre-ordered the
Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan
right?
from Amazon because it was $70 off,
Okay.
and then the Vader I pre-ordered from Amazon too, just hoping they'll do a sale.
I got the helmet on pre-order.
That
So
is so cool, man. How does the hilt look?
It's amazing. It's a much it's a much improved hilt compared to the last one, just the overall quality. Except it's weird. One thing I noticed that was a bit different compared to the last one, and at first I thought I got a defective one. If you look here, normally there would be like this little kind of like silver or silver black, I can't remember, pin that would come off the edge. This one doesn't have it. And I was trying to look at like production images from the show, and maybe just Vader never had that until later on, and closer to A New Hope.
Maybe it was like a mod, you think?
Because it just looks like a little screw here with the threading. You can kind of see it on the camera.
Oh, so, yeah.
Well, maybe you can mod it.
Yeah, might be able to, or I'm sure I can. I'd probably be too lazy to.
Sorry, I don't have a lightsaber. I just have a screwdriver.
I got chopsticks. I got lightsaber chopsticks up in my kitchen.
When I get my Vader or Obi-Wan, those would be my first lightsabers, other than my Galaxy's Edge ones. And then I pre-ordered that Vader helmet too.
That's what I got.
If I had to choose a lightsaber, my first one would have to be Obi-Wan.
Yeah. That's what I thought. And then when the Vader came off, I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of need that one too.
Because they're supposed to interact with one another and detect when they're clashing.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife is too embarrassed to ever play lightsaber battles with me, but maybe one day kids will. But yeah, it's cool. No, I think Hasbro's doing an awesome job.
Eric, just wear her down.
I'll bite when
wear
they
her
do
down,
Ezra.
okay?
They make Ezra's. I'll be buying that one. That'll be the first one I buy.
Well, I'm just worried now that once I get Vader's helmet, that pops the helmet cherry, right?
You're all in.
What does that lead into? Yeah, and then once I get the 2 sabers, then does that lead into other? Because really, like once I got the Galaxy's Edge saber, I knew in my heart that there would be more.
I
love that Galaxy's Edge saber. If you guys haven't seen it, I do have a video. My daughter filmed the experience, so
it's cool.
It's 100% worth doing it.
Well,
they've got
That's why I got the 3D printer, because I want to make helmets. I got the big Ender 3 Max, so I can actually print helmets as one piece. So I'm looking forward to that.
I guess taking orders yet.
Start taking this out.
All right, I'll show my pickups.
I'll go on mute while I'm doing this.
All right, so we got a couple things this week. I got this is the Legacy reissue of Black Panther. So this is him with the purple power suit, upgraded head and helmet sculpt. So that came. I was really grateful to get that. Also got the Killmonger.
Oh, that looks awesome! That Killmonger.
Did you order those, or did you find them in the wild?
No, I ordered them, and then they showed up. I was pretty happy with that. It was a little more light, so we got those 2. We also got, which might be everybody's longest pre-order ever. We got both Galen and Merrick.
Nice.
So glad to have those to the edition. And we picked up. This is the Black Adam comic Page Puncher Batman. These are really cool awesome. In box, man. And this one's neat. His suit is like a greenish gray camouflage. It's a really unique suit.
So are you gonna keep that in box, dude?
Olive drab, kind of.
It's like an olive drab. Yeah. See, the challenge is this figure is actually a really cool sculpt with a cape. So I kind of want to open it, but I like the page. Like I like it in box with the comic.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what to do on this guy.
I think if I see him, I'm probably gonna have to grab him.
And then I got my first Constantine figure, which is 100% Batman adjacent. There's no disputing that, and so he is the Black Adam comic as well. But you have his book, and then you have a hand effect that is like that strange one. But he looks pretty cool, man. I'm excited because I do not have a Constantine in the Batcave.
That looks really cool.
You
can't look at that and not know that that's Constantine.
Yeah, it's so well done. And then I'm going to show you. John from Super Awesome Geek Show and Tunnel Rat sent me my very first Mayfex figure. So this is the Dark Knight trilogy Batman. and just beyond cool of you,
Are
buddy.
you breaking him open, or are you going to keep him sealed?
I'm definitely going to open him, but I'm going to wait a little bit just because you guys know I like my figure foreplay where I just take my time and get ready to open
You
it.
got to court it.
It's a bigger foreplay.
I do, but part of it is too. I'm so tired after the last few weeks, and especially getting marooned.
And
in
is that
Philadelphia. I wanna have some
Dark
good
Knight Rises or just Dark Knight?
It says Dark Knight trilogy, I believe.
Okay, because I can see he's got the one rifle, which makes me think that that's the.
So it says Dark Knight trilogy on the top there.
That is so stinking cool.
Got different,
That's
so
badass.
different
man.
versions of the helmet.
I do not have this is my very first Mafex figure. So
So
again,
are all those-
could this be a slippery slope?
Does it have the different versions of the helmet from the different movies then?
So there are
Is
the
that what it
three
is?
helmets. There are the three face sculpts it comes with. And then
I'm wondering if that's why it says trilogy.
yeah, it might be an amalgam. Either
Are
way,
there
it
different
looks
chest
like
pieces?
now
Yeah,
we can open this up. It looks
Because
incredible.
technically he did have different suits from the different movies.
Does he have different chest pieces in the box?
There's a lot of hands,
I'm going to say
3
no.
heads. You got his grappling gun, that pump gun, and then it just looks like a ton of hands.
Well,
And
they might
3
be in the
back.
back or something.
Now he does have the gun. Remember that big gun he uses in Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah,
On the bike?
the big rifle
Well,
one.
look at the back.
Yeah.
Can I see the back again? Because did it look like they're showing him with different? No, or are they the same? They're just different. Okay, maybe the same. No, they look a little.
Excuse me.
No.
I hate
But
you
anyway,
guys.
thanks again.
I'm looking
Job
this
and
up
follow
online
up.
right now.
I'm super stoked about this, and as soon as I get a good night's sleep and have some energy, I can't wait to open that. And then we got 2 boxes showed up, so we can play what's in the box.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
G-Force. That is when he shoots.
I wanna just acknowledge how appreciative I am to order action figures and they show up box. So box number 1.
Box no envelope.
No way. I'm even more shocked. Look what's on top.
Packing.
There's bubble wrap on top. Now I did mark gift receipt, so I don't know if that made a difference. But the irony of this is I did pay $30 each for these, and I now have the Walmart exclusive Art Trooper that got canceled. And they are in perfect condition. I ordered 2, 1 to open and 1 to keep in box. Look at that, dude.
That is
Yay!
nice.
Both are in perfect condition. That's awesome. So I will be opening 1 for sure, and I'm keeping 1 in card because I do have Grievous up there in card. So we got those, and look at that, man. Not shipped in an envelope. Had some bubble wrap. That's nice.
Okay, so the dude should go out and buy some lottery tickets tonight. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
All right, let's open the second box. Let's see if it was packed the same.
Did you do gift receipts on each one?
Yep.
I want to do a little experiment. Next time I buy something from there, I'm gonna just
I
mark
did
as
it with
gift
the
receipt.
Walmart pre-orders too. All right, so this one, no bubble wrap on top, but the box is actually like the perfect size for the figure. So Mace Windu got like this is pretty flat. Actually came in pretty good shape. So again, I ordered both these from Target. I ordered doubles of each because 1 to open, 1 to keep in a card, and both orders got canceled. So these were $30 each, and Target was like 20. What was it, like 27, 28? So to get them shipped to me in a box for $2 more a figure, I'll take it. Got the other base, and the box really was the perfect size for the figure. So that was great. Yep, perfect condition.
Awesome.
These are so cool, man. I love these. And I was really bummed that Walmart canceled my order. So
Do you have the old Obi-Wan one?
I do have Obi-Wan and Anakin. Yep. But oh no, I have the re-released ones. I don't have the old ones that have the cape.
The clone command.
Yeah. I don't. That's on my Grail list. Is getting that one. All right, so those were my pickups.
So I got, in case you want to.
Oh yeah, we do.
I got this. It takes batteries too, but I don't have a little screwdriver to undo it. It
looks like it's lit up.
Yep, it is.
That's cool.
Oh, that's so cool, dude.
Yeah, so it's got the bridge lit up and the cabins and the sublight.
So is that
engines.
just like a very luxurious version of the Hammerhead Corvette? Kind of looks it.
Yeah,
slightly.
It's actually, they actually go on board this ship in that new Lego Star Wars holiday or vacation special that just premiered on Disney Plus yesterday.
Any sound effects?
Not with this one, no. Just the light up. But it'll be a nice piece. I'll probably put it back there somewhere.
That is, I like model
Just
shit.
have it light up that corner. That'd be pretty cool. Have it lighting up that corner.
Well, it's probably not bright enough to light it. I'd have to get some other lights to highlight all that kind of stuff.
Now, you said that runs on batteries. Is there an option for USB?
No, it's just this. Was it AC or DC?
Okay, but it has a power cord though.
Yeah, it came with a power cord.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Then so you have to
you
keep
can just have that. Yeah, you can have it running
just
non-stop
plug.
if you really want.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So that's cool. I stayed in. What was it? This room.
So he's got to take a picture of it and make a little map and a line. I was right here.
Yep. So it's pretty cool. They had other model kits that you could buy and build. They had like a little session where you could do that on the ship, but I wanted the one that lit up.
So tell us about the experience. What were some of the things that were like highlights or surprised you?
So in my opinion, it is a must do for Star Wars fans that are extroverted enough to want to participate in with the characters. If you're a bit more introverted, might not be as worth it because, you, in my opinion, at least, you get a lot of the fun out of interacting with a lot of the characters. Mm-hmm. Especially my favorite character was Gaia, Gaia's manager, Wraith Cole. Gaia is the Twi'lek singer that's on the ship, and Wraith Cole is like her shady business manager. He was a lot of fun to interact with. But the long and short of it is, I think it's worth it, but I'm probably the ideal target market for what, who they were trying to pitch this to. For everyone and their mother, it might not be worth it, but there's so much to do. A lot of the interactions I felt were super rushed. I wanted to get as much out of it as I possibly could, which meant trying to be at the right place at the right time without knowing it, and interacting with your phone or data pad and the app to start going
back. Did it feel stressful though at any point?
Yes. The whole time was stressful. It's less than 48 hours of an experience, and it really could have used another day to stretch things out so that you could have some time to relax. That being said, if you are a type of person that is like, I'm not going to interact with any of this stuff, you could relax the whole time. But if you wanted to participate in all of the story and get what I think I got out of it, an extra day would be so useful, because I worked on, I'm not lying, I was working on like 4 hours of sleep, 3-4 hours of sleep each night, because I wanted to go to the lounge and
is that because they have
the drinks.
So they have stuff going on till like 3-4 in the morning?
No. What I'm saying is,
so you were just creepily walking around at 3-4 in the morning?
No. I tend to wake up early anyway, but I would be up later at the lounge, at the bar, trying all the different drinks. And then
how late is the bar open then? Like the
first night, I want to say it was open until the first night it was open not as late, but the second night I want to say it was open till 2 a.m.
That's cool.
And in the bar in the Sublight Lounge, they've got a hollow sabacc table where there are only 4 seats, but you can play sabacc on the table and interact with a lot of the other guests and crew and whatnot. So that was a lot of fun.
Now, is it real gambling?
Well, you gamble in that version of sabacc that you're playing, but it's not with real money. I mean, you join the game and you're given fake currency.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But it was a ton of fun. I just wish it was an extra day so you could spread things out a bit more and feel like you're not missing out on all the story beats and interactions with all the characters.
So part of that is they take you back to Disney World for
Yes.
Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
Is that like they just walk you right up to the front, or?
Yeah. So what happens is they give you a little pin that you put on your shirt to indicate that you're a passenger of the Halcyon, and you have a special magic band or M band they call them, and you're given a free, well, not free because you're paying for the experience. You get a lightning lane or fast pass for both Rise of the Resistance and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. And it's really cool. For Rise of the Resistance, there's nothing different about it. But for Millennium Falcon, there's a different kind of, for anyone who's been on Smuggler's Run, you see...
We got the highest score.
Well, you see Hondo Inaka before you board the cockpit, right? And you get like a little pre-show type of thing, and there's some post-show. It's different when you're a Halcyon passenger because
that's cool.
Because you're actually doing something with Hondo that's interacting with that guy Wraith I mentioned. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it's a different experience.
Cool to know that you get a different experience. Yeah.
So that was, I was not expecting that. That was really cool. And you get like a food voucher to go to the Docking Bay 7 or Ronto Roasters with a drink and food and whatnot. But personal recommendation to anyone who's considering doing this: don't spend that much time in Galaxy's Edge. Do a trip if you can before or after to do more the stuff in Galaxy's Edge on Batuu, so that you can maximize your time spent on the Halcyon, because that's the more unique experience. There's some stuff that you can do in Galaxy's Edge with your phone, walk around and solve puzzles, and it will enable certain, things on the Halcyon for you to do and whatnot. They'll give you access to different rooms or the different consoles and other, bits and bobs. But my personal recommendation is spend as little time on, in the park as possible, so that you can spend all the time in Galaxy's Edge, or in the Halcyon, sorry. But if anyone has questions about this, if they're looking to book a trip on the Galactic Star Cruiser and have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Just DM me or whatever on Twitter.
Consultations for $39.95.
No, I used to plan people's and friends' Disney vacations for free just because I like doing that stuff. I'm a nut job. But I'd be more than happy to talk to anyone about this. Really considering it.
Sounds like it was amazing.
It's so much fun, and all the passengers, all the other fellow passengers, top people, they're all in it with you for the most part. I mean, there were some people who were like snobby about the experience, and I paid such and such for this. Why am I not getting this and whatever? But
Well, but I think that's part of the challenge is when you charge that much, I think people might go in really expecting, like their expectations might be really lofty.
The type of persona that was exhibiting that behavior, though, they weren't really Star Wars fans. They were just there for the exclusive experience. That was my impression. Those types of, yeah.
Now, do you feel that you had to be like a sequel fan for it, or no?
What up, Sleep?
Not at all. Now, that being said, it ties in with the sequels, right? So there's a story there. I won't spoil stuff, but you know, it ties in with the sequels, for better or worse. But taking that stuff aside is just a really cool kind of experience and storyline.
Just to feel like you're on a ship and like you're taking part in an actual adventure.
Yeah, and I mean they sell like I'm super lazy and I could never, and untalented. I would never make my own costume. I have zero like tailoring skills or anything.
It came out good though.
But I bought I bought all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
The costumes. Right? No, that's what I'm getting at. So
that's why it was good.
So for people like me, you can buy something that like kind of looks like you're in Star Wars. I felt like $1 million wearing that stuff around. That was super fun.
Did you get any like the exclusive robes or anything that you had access to?
The costumes that they sell on the Halcyon, yeah, I got some of that stuff. Yeah, if you check out my Twitter, I have a public photo album that I shared where I'm wearing a lot of that stuff. My wife and I booked.
Can you be a Jedi in the thing?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, they have like Jedi robes you can buy, but you can
Eric,
only be.
But like, could I play like the character of a Jedi? I mean, can you take that on? And
well, so there are like a couple different paths you can take. There's the resistance path, there's the first order path, there's the scoundrel path, and then there's sort of a fourth lesser kind of Saja path. The Saja are the lightsaber training people that are kind of like members of the like Church of the Force or whatever, that sort of like what are the names? Chirrut and Baze, sort of like them, but more like sort of like what you see in Savvy's workshop, but like training you how to use the lightsabers.
Okay.
Whatever. But the stronger storylines, that was probably the weakest storyline in my opinion. The Saja stuff, it was cool, but the strongest one I think was the Scoundrel, Resistance, and First Order. So
that's cool though. I'm glad you had fun.
No, thanks. There was oh god, the guy's name is escaping me. Some guy cosplayed as the one dude from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it was
Arthur Dent. Is that his name?
No. Hold on. It's really what?
Not Ford.
Like
not his best friend.
And a
Ford.
towel? Like he was wearing a towel. Like he was wearing a robe and carrying a towel.
No, hold on. I need to.
Or Zaphod.
It was Zaphod Beeblebrox. Sorry.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Why did he have two heads?
No, but I just need. Let me bring up the picture because it's just awesome.
What's up? Keep on collecting.
And by the way, Eric, you mentioned your Twitter. What is your Twitter? For anyone that might want to check it out.
At Sir Eric Brown. Here, let me maybe if you guys let me share my screen, I can show you.
Has anyone noticed how much less hostile this live stream has been?
Because we don't have a Brit that's trying to go to sleep.
What are you saying? There's no accusations of being racialist?
That was in the chat.
Yeah.
By the way, Eric, did they serve up any delicacies like Monkey Lizard?
No, but I was trying to tell Rum last week. One of the bartenders had, a lot of anxiety against monkey lizards, and was basically saying it's cool if you brought any other types of animals back from Batu with you, but just make sure there aren't any of those skeezy monkey lizards. And I had to give her some education and whatnot. But
you get
it was really cool. Yeah, it was. I just need to find this. It shouldn't take. Here we go. This guy was so cool.
That's
if
awesome,
he ever watches this, as soon as I saw this guy in the dining room roll up when my wife and I were just roaming around the ship,
that's funny.
I was like, "Thank you. That is so perfect. I can't believe someone did something that funny."
Well, you are kind of wearing. It looks like green robes in that picture you are wearing. So I mean,
Yeah, you
That
kind of got
makes
like a.
sense. Yeah, you
I
kind of have the
I
Arthur
told you.
Dent thing going on.
I told you got the Coruscant vibe. Like you look like Haja. Like you're ready to smuggle.
Yeah, that costume I think was for Bail Organa's Alderaan security force.
Okay, so yeah,
That's how they were positioning that costume. It was all wrinkled, but whatever.
But
That's
that's
cool.
awesome for someone of a different fandom to rock a costume from another fandom. That's hilarious.
This was the
Dude, I would go on there
Sublight
dressed
Lounge.
like the dude. I'd just get the robe and his jellies.
Dude, that would be funny as hell. Like
that's like
not enough people just let loose.
Right.
So is that a challenge? Challenge accepted?
That would be fun.
That's like when people.
I think it would be
dress
fun.
up as
I
Star
just don't
Trek to go to
know. I
Renaissance
don't know
fairs.
if I want to like drop $6,000 to be
So-
stressed and get 10 hours sleep in 2 days. You know what I mean? Like,
So a lot of people, a common thing for the Galactic Star Cruiser is to have people pitch in together and do like a group party, like so splitting the
So they have
cost
group
like
rates?
5 ways. No, you buy one room and you can split it amongst yourselves. So each room basically sleeps 5 people.
So it's
right,
a space
but if
hostel.
I have a family of 4, we're going to be crammed in like a little.
Well, they give there's bunk beds for like the kids, and then
Right.
there's one or two regular beds.
Yeah, so the standard room has the like queen bed, and the 2 bunk beds are berths, and then there's like one of the day beds that, dude, you know what I'm talking about, that rolls up in standard Disney rooms.
So now you could actually, I know like they have like an atrium at the top of the Star Cruiser or whatever, so you could still go outside and like not be claustrophobic. But in your room, there's like a way for you to go outside too, as well, right?
No, well, technically yes, from a safety perspective.
Yeah.
But no, all the rooms have viewports into space. So
Okay.
my wife and I kept ours. Here, I can show this if I scroll. Here we go.
I'm actually
Here's
looking
one
at your
book.
pictures right now on Twitter. These
Yeah.
pictures look amazing, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
because I
Half of
feel
them are
like I
crap
need to go
because I
outside.
took. Half of them are crap because I took them with my iPhone, but the ones later on were ones that my wife and I booked a portrait session.
And I see
Cool,
the
cool.
better. I getting better views of that costume you had. That costume looks awesome up close.
Here, if I scroll
Green
down,
robes.
I can get to the. This was on the bridge, and
Oh, that's
Han and
cool.
Leia,
That's awesome.
taking to
That's
hyperspace
amazing.
and whatnot. So it was. It's really like there's nothing else like it. I can't recommend it highly enough. I know it's expensive, but
But the
to me, it was
experience
just
and the
a
memories.
must-do. Yeah, exactly. And everyone I talked to at Star Wars Celebration had nothing but great things to say about it as well. Here, if I need to point this out because for the Star Wars lore junkies out there like me, you'll appreciate this when I get to these pictures in the engineering room here. Here we go. So
Who's
this
taking pictures for you? Is this like
we
a
hired-
photographer?
Yeah, no. So it's an upgrade from that. So these are the same caliber of photographers that you book for like a Disney wedding.
Like a wedding?
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
that's cool.
That's awesome. So you had like professional photos.
Yeah, and
Dude,
my
that's
wife and I
awesome.
got married. My wife and I got married at the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian, so we had experience with these types of people before, and they're
Okay.
super awesome to work with, great quality. But this is what I wanted to point out. In the engineering room, this ties into the lore. I believe Han and Leia go on the Halcyon for their honeymoon, and they inscribe their initials
Okay.
That's cool.
in the Star Cruiser. So this was
Did you ask if you got the room Kylo was conceived in?
no, I didn't ask that because I figured they had one of there are like 100 rooms, and there are 2 of the Grand Captain's suites that are like the highest end.
Okay.
They're the ones that have
people rooms.
they have the bed stain on it.
Yeah, I imagine Han and Leia had one of them and not one of the lower rooms. But my wife and I, we paid for the mid-tier room, the Galaxy class suite. There's only like four of them on the ship. It was cool to have the extra space, but it's probably not worth it. I wanted to get it because they said in the experience there'd be some extras and whatnot, and I needed to upgrade for that. But personal recommendation, it's probably not worth the extra money. The standard room is probably good enough for everyone, especially with how quick the experience is.
But was the footwear canon? I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, those are my Brooks glycerins. Yeah, this is half-ass cosplay, right?
No, because if anyone who's ever cosplayed, especially if you're walking around all day, you want something comfortable. So that's actually smart, I'd say.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite pictures. This is an interactive thing where, like, if you charge this thing and pull this lever that my wife has, it like spits out all this smoke and whatnot. And my wife's got that face of that like little girl meme with the fire house on fire in the background. So it's cool.
That's cool.
Sorry. But yeah, if anyone wants to chat about this kind of stuff, let me know. I even did a little bit of runway and did a little blue Durasteel Space Zoolander in a little fashion show. So that was fun.
Did you
How many days did you tack on ahead and behind this? This day? How much time did you tack on to your trip ahead and behind this portion of your vacation?
Good question. My wife and I stayed for 5 days before. We just did a mini Disney World vacation for us. I would if you're going just for this and you could care less about everything else, I would do just 1 day to make sure that you arrive and do the check-in as early as possible. Go earlier than they tell you because the queue is long, and the check-in process was probably my only real complaint other than the length of the stay. But yeah, at least one night. If you've never done Galaxy's Edge before, do a couple days before and do Galaxy's Edge before that. I would recommend at least, if not do a bigger Disney vacation. But I think between myself and Dude and probably some others out there, quality of Disney parks is going down the tube. This was probably, aside from the Galactic Star Cruiser, which was just one of a kind, excellent, this was probably the worst Disney vacation I've ever had.
Would you recommend? So you went ahead of time.
Yes.
What do you think about would your experience been different if you did this and then stayed 2 or 3 days?
No, but the risk of doing that is you miss check-in. Like if you're local, no problem. But if you have a delayed flight, you're screwed. This is what you're paying for, or the big
I get it.
Item.
I get it.
So it's more just logistics.
So I'm just saying, if you haven't been to Galaxy's Edge, or if you want to go to Disney World, show up a day before, check in, do this, and then stay for a few days, or you think do all that other stuff first?
I would personally recommend doing it first, but that's just me because I'd be super anxious and nervous about missing check-in for this. But you can do either works. There were people that were in the parks before, did the Star Cruiser and then checked into another resort after. So you can do it all.
Well, I got a question. As someone who's never gone to Disney in any experience in any shape or form, you said that the park experience is kind of going downhill. Yes. Would you say it's still worthwhile?
It's Walt Disney World. So yes, I'm going to say yes, but for me, who I've been going, I'm 35. I've been going every year of my life. It's just not the same quality of the attractions. Like you got paint chipping, wallpaper peeling, attractions shutting down.
But that's the thing about Disney that one of the things we always loved was everything was pristine and planned out and taken care of. And and then since the Chapek era started, I start to feel like I'm more a great America. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then the quality of everything is reduced, but they're charging exponentially. That's how I felt at Alani. Like it was just a really cheapened experience, but they're charging like a.
So in other words, they're it's almost like they're pocketing profits and not really putting back into the park itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what Disney prided itself on for so many years.
Yep. Yeah, but there's stuff we saw when we went to Disneyland, like the condition of things, the amount of rides broken down, and it was shocking.
We were evacuated from rides every day of our stay.
That's that's ridiculous.
And
especially when you got to do the reservations and stuff now too.
Oh
right?
yeah, 100%. I was evacuated from the new Remy's Ratatouille ride. It's a really cool ride, really cool technology and whatnot. But yeah, we got to walk around like through the entire ride because of how the cast members were evacuating us from the attraction because it shut down at the end of the day. Yeah,
that's.
I was evacuated off the Falcon too. That was what else? Rise of the Resistance. That ride breaks down a lot. There's a lot of points of failure. The Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. We were evacuated off of. Just before we were about to board, we were like the next group,
and that's like a premium ride that you're either paying for or you just waited a long time. Yeah.
Well, you don't wait for Guardians Cosmic Rewind. They have a virtual queue for that one. I don't like the concept of virtual queues and gambling with your ability to ride the ride. Getting in the virtual queue was, I think, easy enough if you follow the instructions. But to me, they should just open up the standby queue because, if you're not going to pay the $15 per person to get a lightning lane pass for it, you should at least have you're paying to go into the park. You should be able to choose to wait 3-4 hours or whatever the case may be to ride the one.
I just wish they would bring back the old fast pass system where you can make your reservation.
One?
Yeah, you pick out your rides 30 days in advance, and then and you get 3 rides, and we would always do 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. And then what we would do is because you have that whole hour window, so we would get to the park at open, and the first hour of the park, you really have your run of it. So you could get in like where, depending on the ride and where you go, you can get in 3 to like 7 rides in the first hour and a half.
Yep.
And so you go and you bang all that out, and then you hit your first fast pass at like 10:20, 10:25. And then you go right away and you hit your next fast pass, and then you wait in line, and then you go right at the start of your 11:30 fast pass, get on, and then you go get an early lunch somewhere at a quick service. So we would knock out like all this shit in the morning, and then we'd get our lunch, and then we'd chill out for a little bit, and then the cool thing is, as soon as you use that fast pass ride, your third fast pass, you got a new one.
Yep.
So during the day, we would get anywhere from 6 to 8 fast pass rides where you didn't wait more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that used to be the nice way to go.
Yeah. So
yeah, dude, it was awesome.
That's how when I lived in Florida, I had season passes, and that's how it was. And I used to love it. I used to go all the time.
I was never a huge fan of that method. I preferred the original manual fast pass. You go up, you get one at a time.
Okay.
Because it benefited people like me who were rope droppers and knew what they were doing.
Right.
The
but you
fast
would have
pass
to
plus
walk,
system
though,
that you were
but you would have to like fly all over the park picking up those tickets. So and I was the one that would do it. I would sprint to the other side. I'd get like a Buzz Lightyear, and then they would be over at the castle, and I'd walk all the way back. Then we'd go get on a ride up there. Yeah.
And there weren't limits on the number of times you could ride that ride. So you
could just do it.
Yeah. So now they prevented that. That sucks for people like me who are really diligent about knowing, how to get from point A to point B fastest and maximize, utility of your trip.
So guys, I've been seeing some, maybe some feedback we've been given by people watching.
Sorry.
Oh, I know you have to apologize. Like once we start talking Disney World, Disneyland, it spirals from there. So, all right. So I have some candidates here. So why don't we do this? And then why don't you guys show your first candidates as well to unbox? So, oh no, that's not the right one. Yes, there you are. All right. So we have this Green Lantern 2-pack. I've got Dengar, Palpatine, Batman of Zuranar, Target exclusive. I have I know Nathan Bowden will like this guy. We got the Robin, Damian Wayne version.
Oh, you did pick him up. That's cool.
Yeah, I got him on sale for $10, man. And
Can't beat that.
Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin, so I'm pretty stoked to have him. And then other options we have, and by the way, this is just like a small portion of the piles of shame. But we have Darth Revan Archive. We
That's
have
such a great figure.
Thomas Wayne Batman, which is I love that figure. It's unmasked. And then I do a Peacemaker. So these are some of my options. I don't know.
You gotta.
Still have an open Peacemaker?
Yeah, we're gonna. I was just about to say that's the one. That's the one that's got to be open.
All right, you guys we'll go Peacemaker first?
Gotta be for you. Yeah,
I
I was just about to
say. So, dude, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Going to Steel City Con next week. Do I want a photo op with Danny Trejo or do I want Robert Patrick?
Oh, I'd go with Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a Terminator.
And Peacemaker's dad, remember?
No, I know, but I'm saying like even before the Peacemaker's dad, dude, he's the Terminator.
X-Files, everything.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of stuff.
from the X-Files. Yep.
Yeah. No, he's got a lot more stuff. He was in another movie with John Cena too. Maybe The Marine or one of those.
It was The Marine.
It was a lot of great movies.
Yeah. I'm hyped that they're, at least for right now, we're getting season 2 of Peacemaker.
Yeah, with that whole HBO thing, that who knows, that might.
But you know what? Maybe what they're doing is they're going to let James Gunn take over.
I would like that. I know they said that they
won't be the Kevin Feige of the DC universe.
That would be a good shout.
They said they want more things to feel and come across like Peacemaker. So to me, that would be the move.
Well, because the thing with Peacemaker is you actually cared about everybody. They had full character arcs.
Yeah.
But the thing that made that show great was it wasn't like Disney where everything was secret and has to crescendo in the last episode. It was like each episode was self-contained and told its own story, right?
And then contributed to the overall full season and everything like that, which is good.
All right, so I will acknowledge the feedback has been received. We promoted this as offerings to the toy gods, and we are 1 hour 54 minutes in, and this is the second offering because Eric gave us the first one, which was tremendous. So we appreciate the feedback. Oh, see, Peacemaker doesn't want to come out. He really doesn't want to come out.
He's like, leave me
See,
in here.
Left Coast, that's how I got suckered in, man. Connor's getting everybody into Joe's.
Wow,
Connor,
dude.
I saw Connor's review as well, and that's what sold me. I was like, all right, Storm Shadow and Spirit are coming home.
All right, so Peacemaker does not want to come out. This is weird. Has anybody ever had this happen?
The toy gods aren't happy because of our Disney toy.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna have to go old school and just totally destroy this box. But you know what? That was my penance for taking so long for these offers.
Just rip it open like a Band-Aid. Come on.
I accept my penance from the toy gods. All right, this is my All right, so it does come with the King Shark Build-A-Figure fins, and it does come with the stand and card.
Now, did anybody like Figure Arts or Mafex do any Peacemaker stuff?
I think there's a Hot Toy one, right?
There's a Hot Toy. I think there might be a Mafex or someone else, maybe a 112 or something that had some statues, I think.
I'm really hoping McFarlane does like a full wave of Peacemaker. Like I
that's what I was wondering.
Oh yeah.
Or like more of a deluxe Peacemaker that comes with like Eagly, comes with like a removable helmet. That would be cool.
Well, I know Dude and I both agree that we need the shield with the blood on it.
Yes, I want the shield, dude. That's the number one accessory I want is the shield. Dude,
yeah, that's the only thing.
I really like he's got like a little bit of ribbing for our pleasure on the suit, right? It's not just, but it's not just a muscle body painted on. You could see that it's like that. The material that his suit is made of. Dove of Peace looks really cool right in the middle.
So you're saying he's ready to rock?
Yeah, he does. Doesn't he look like there's no wrong time to rock, man? So he doesn't have butterfly shoulder joints, but his shoulder comes all the way out. So I mean, he moves pretty well, and he does have a bicep swivel. And he stands right up, man. We did. There it is. So he stands right up.
Now we're gonna have to get you doing a stop motion of the intro dance.
And he comes with the sword, and the sword does have a Dove of Peace on it, so that's important.
That's cool.
Pretty cool, man. And he is technically Batman adjacent because he does mention Batman in the series.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, he does. He talks about
him pretty much, yeah.
But look I like that. Oh, I bumped Theo. I like this pose I got him in right out of the.
That is the best pose.
Yeah, that is cool.
Isn't that perfect?
You got to tweet that out. I'm sure James Gunn or John Cena would like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
You just need to get one of those eagles from the Joe line to get eagly.
Yeah, you'd be set. He's awesome too, because like with the you know you could swap the wings out on him.
Yep.
And then make
I'm
him
gonna
fly,
have to buy
whatever.
Spirit and Peacemaker now. Is what you're saying?
So he does come with this sword, which is cool, but I do need that shield. That is the absolute number one accessory I want for this figure. I really like it though, man. Like the helmet is spot on. The colors are muted. There's a texture to the suit. I think this is a win, man. Really happy with it.
Hey, I'm gonna take off. It's I gotta take care of some stuff.
Do you have an offering to make before you leave?
Yeah, I opened up my Jawa earlier.
Oh, that's right.
All right, guys. See you later.
All right, see you, Vern.
Yeah, take it
Have a
easy.
good one.
We'll miss you, Vern.
All right, bye.
All right, who else has an offering?
Let's see. I guess I'll open this.
All right, I'll switch it to you. All right, now I got it. Ooh, what is that?
Uh-oh. That's Baroness with the cycle.
Yeah, the Baroness with the bike.
Very cool.
So, let's see.
All right, so while you open that, let's talk about what else we're going to open today. So who, Dave, Eric, what are your candidates to open?
I'm actually going to break open Geralt of Rivia.
Oh, yeah, this is sweet. So she comes with the bike and then these guns that attach into the bike. Cobra like blaster. It's like a silver snake, but it's got like a gun on the inside.
Yeah, bike's got kind of an Akira kind of look to it.
Yeah, awesome. And then she's got the swappable head. That's the helmet. She got the knife. She got the golden guns, and then like the extra handlebar for the other side.
So the golden guns, does that mean she's on her way to a date with the pimped out Destro?
I guess so. I personally like the pimped out Destro. I think that looks a little bit cooler with the gold. Like I remember, what was it? The second series, he had the gold, right?
Yeah.
So my options, guys, that I've narrowed it down to two. I've got quite a few to still get to, but the next candidate for me, I'll just put these up real quick, are going to be either Thomas Wayne, Batman, Unmasked.
Well, they all have swords.
Or
that's a cool one.
Damian Wayne Robin. So what do you guys think? Let me know in comments which one. Damian Wayne Robin or Thomas Wayne Unmasked Batman?
I'm going to say Thomas Wayne because not only does he have a sword, but he's got guns, which we know are a rarity when it comes to McFarlane nowadays.
Which makes this figure extra better. And I got him on sale. It was $15, but I got another 25% off from GameStop. So I got him whatever it was, like, you know.
Now,
$11.
Does that bike stand up on its own, or does it need a little bit of help?
Let's see. Oh no, stands up perfectly straight.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, wheels spin on it. The handlebars actually move the bike, like to move the
you got
front
some
tire.
function.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool, dude.
really cool.
Ooh, left car says Dangar. All right, man. I'll throw Dangar in the ring.
That Dangar is awesome.
Yeah.
I got him up behind me.
All right, man. So Dangar's in the queue as well. We got those three are in the queue. I mean, shit, dude. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more figures, and that's just like a small dent of my pile of shame. These are just the ones I grabbed that I've been really wanting to open.
And the gun pops in on the side there.
That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, with a few different camera.
Can I
apps,
do a
you
poll
can
on
do
this,
some pretty
G-Force?
cool effects on that.
Do you guys know
Yeah.
how to? Can you do a poll on YouTube like this while people are watching?
I'm not sure.
Well, I guess I am doing a poll. Just vote in the comments.
Yeah, can you? I think you could do a poll in the
thing
in the comments themselves.
Yeah, but I think you have to enter it on YouTube itself. I think.
Oh, okay.
Not through StreamYard, I don't think.
Gen
StreamYard
X
added
figures out
extras.
social media.
This is sweet though.
All right, so I got to go to. So I have to go to the live broadcast itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I want to say so.
Yeah, because I see Dan Who do polls and stuff.
Because I know on
Okay, I see
Tuesday,
it. Polls.
Tuesday nights, Sensei Serum is always doing polls on his live streams.
Dudes,
him with the pop.
I found it.
like a
Dudes
snake
next
gun.
offer.
Nice. Hey, dude, are you into Funko Pops at all?
I do. We do have Funko Pops.
Because a bunch of
helmet.
Peacemaker ones are dropping this month out in the
You know,
wild.
I stopped collecting them just because I don't have the space. But we have a ton of Funko Pops.
I'll buy like one once in a while. I'll buy like one once in a while. That's what I pretty much do. Like if I see one, I'm like, that's just too awesome. I need it. I'll get it.
We might. Lily and I are going to Los Angeles. That's instead of her going on her 8th grade trip to DC. She and I made a deal 3 years ago that her and I would go to Disneyland in Los Angeles instead together. And so her and I we're gonna go to Disneyland. We're doing the Oogie Boogie Bash, and then 2 days of Disneyland, and then we're gonna go. We have an open day, and then we're gonna spend a day at Hollywood Studios and do Halloween Horror Nights there. And then but we're going to the Funko Pop store there because you can design your own. Yeah. So we're going to try to get there and get in line and do it.
So are doing the Dude's Nerdery Funko?
Yeah, like I'm going to do my own. Yeah, do one for me. Yeah.
I kind of feel like she looks like Sarah Palin a little bit. Can anybody? Can you guys see that?
Sarah Palin, or what's her name that played her on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, Tina Fey. Yeah.
A slightly younger, more military spy seductress version of Tina Fey.
Yeah, she definitely looks like Sarah Palin. Like, I definitely just think I see Sarah Palin now. Now I'm not going to be able to unsee.
I am going to add a 4th contender, which is going to be.
I could have been a contender.
Darth Revan.
I love that Revan. Such a great figure. The only thing is,
I have added Darth Revan as a contender. So I figured out how to do a poll. I'm gonna do the poll.
Maybe if Sleepin's still in here, he might know how to. He might know.
Did that poll come up?
Yep.
I
just responded.
All right, that's it. Thank you for joining our new segment, which is called Gen X Figures Out Social Media.
All right, so here's her on the bike. That looks sweet.
Hey now.
And then you also got like the helmet, which is an alternate head, so you can literally just pop her head off and put the helmet on.
That's cool, and you could totally use that with like Black Widow or Yelena.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah. You can. I mean, you can even put Storm Shadow on this bike. You could use it for whatever. It's really great. And I mean,
Vern,
if you took
Vern has a character like her. It's called Rouge.
Like anybody could use this bike, which is great. That's awesome.
You know, the weird.
You know who'd look cool on that bike is Tony Stark in like a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it kind of looks like an Iron Man.
Look, that shield kind of has like a greenish, almost yellowish to it. So.
And you know what? Like so with the Marvel Legends stream coming up this week, and we're all anticipating the Hell Charger, right? Being the HasLab.
Yep.
There's no reason why they couldn't include Johnny and a bike along with that as one of the tiers. If this was packaged together like this,
if they do the Charger, even I'll have to jump on that.
I'm almost positive that's going to be what it is. It's
me. I'm not a big person when it comes to pre-orders.
Yeah,
but
because they always get canceled on me. That's why. So for me last year when I jumped on the Proton Pack HasLab, that was a big deal for me.
But to me, the Charger, I like that version of Ghost Rider, and I've read the comics, and I like it. But to me, it's like a niche like that I'm only reading because I have the Unlimited app, right? Mm-hmm. So like to drop a lot of money on it, it's going to have to really blow me away because when I think of all the possible vehicles in the MCU or the comics, right? Like that is not that wouldn't even come up in my purview. Like even
like maybe a Quinjet or something else.
Yeah, like a Quinjet, because the X-Jet, dude, would be the all-time.
The X-Jet would, especially if they're bringing back the cartoon. And they've been doing the VHS style box figures.
And I'm not knocking. And if that's what it is, I'm not knocking it at all because like I'm very interested to see it. And I'm
for the anniversary though, from what it sounds like. It sounds like that's why like they're going with the Ghost Rider one, but it's because of the anniversary.
It's gonna have to be something like really special though for it to be like a HasLab.
I think it was. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just gonna say I really loved the version of Ghost Rider that they did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Robbie Reyes, yeah.
And that's who we're gonna get. Yeah. That's who more than likely the HasLab's gonna be. Right?
Well, I thought it was going to be a combination of Robbie Reyes and the other ones as well.
If it's like a set of Ghost Rider vehicles, then yes, dude.
I would anticipate.
Like,
I mean,
I'm so in.
You figure they're probably going to charge what the his tank, right? You know, like if it's the car, so you're looking at like 300. There's no reason why you couldn't do like a motorcycle and a Johnny Storm Ghost Rider, or maybe even the horse.
What if it's like a remote controlled car?
Yeah, that's true.
Now that you know what I mean, that and it's like a high end remote control car that's very responsive.
You get like full lights and stuff.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Real quick, I would like to update. So right now, thank you for the people that have voted. Right now, Dangar's in first place with 36. Darth Revan is in second with 27%. Damian Wayne Robin is also tied at second with 27%, and then Thomas Wayne Batman surprisingly coming in a hard last with 9%.
Yeah, I can actually.
I'm surprised. That was my number one out of the four.
Dangar for the win.
Well, it's not my turn yet, so the poll is still active.
Here's Revan. If
there's still time for Darth Revan to come and win. All right, so Dave, it is your offering, or is it Eric's turn? Who's?
Well, I just.
Oh, you got Babu.
For $60, I'm so like a lot of the kind of stuff that they got at Galaxy's Edge might be a little cheaply made, and this, but for $60 you get an animatronic kind of toy like this. This is pretty cool, especially Boba Frick with it's got the visor that comes down.
I mean the voice is coming through nice and solid. I mean the motors are a little loud, but yeah, like you said, $60, it's a done deal.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Oh, when you bring the visor down, it lights up, so that's cool. It's got a little light in there.
So do you guys think he'll be making Grogu's suit?
Maybe him and the armor work together. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, the rumor is like an IG unit, like the IG unit. They're gonna like reforge the IG unit to make it like an Iron Man armor for Grogu. Almost.
Maybe him and the mechanic on Tatooine work together.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, the modder or that would be interesting. But
yeah, or even Pelly helping out, or Pelly maybe being the ones that introduced them to Babu.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure it'll be Babu Frick or just a whole bunch of the Anzellan race and whatnot. Yeah.
Who knows? It might actually be.
Oh,
They could work in the storyline.
guys,
Yeah.
it's now a tie with Dengar and Darth Revan both at 33%.
For the win.
Somebody flip a coin.
We got a tie right now. Tie.
Grogu gets an IG suit, but that droid blew up in the middle of lava river.
Oh,
You're right.
Did
They
have a
also
statue?
had. Yeah, I was just about to say that, Dave. Yeah, they had a tribute statue in Navarro for.
And for all we know, that could be made up of his parts.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, your turn, and then we will close this poll.
There you go.
Look at dual camera action too. I love it.
Fancy.
Well, I got my IV cam hooked up to my cell phone here, so let me
Nice.
just flip. You guys can see the right side, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm using mine the same way, like because like I feel like my other camera doesn't show well. My my laptop monitor camera doesn't really show well.
That's better. You guys can see that the right side now. So, he's already pretty much ripped open. That's how I got it. So no complaints here. I am waiting to see some new figures come out from this.
The second season just came out not too long ago, right?
Yeah, in fact, I just rewatched the second season this morning. Actually.
Oh, okay. I couldn't get into it. I tried. I just I don't know what it was.
I'm actually hoping that they do another video game because I think the last one came out in 2016. Actually.
Yeah, the game. It's been a while for the game.
The Witcher 3.
Yeah. It's been quite a while, I believe.
I'm gonna. Speaking of Witcher, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine because he was saying that it's with Warner Brothers. Is Cavill ever going to get a chance to do another Superman movie now?
Ooh.
Which
well, supposedly that's what they were originally talking about. Was like he was supposed to make some announcement he was like teasing an announcement at San Diego, and then all that got like wiped away.
Yeah,
it's in their best interest to let him do more and whatnot.
I mean,
his own way. Otherwise, he's going to go to Marvel.
Man of the, he's a man of the geeks. I mean,
But if they don't give him what he wants, he's going to go to Marvel and get cast in some role there.
Well, honestly, some people have said disagreed with me on this, and that's perfectly fine. Nice soft goods here with the hood and cape. They actually got little laces here.
Oh, that's nice.
You got like a nice proper hood right here. But I actually thought maybe he could be a pretty good Wolverine, actually.
Oh, he's too big. Too big.
Yeah, I get that he's tall and all, but
Hugh Jackman is pretty tall too. I think he's like 6'3", isn't he?
Yeah, but that's I guess just coming from me, like a short and stocky dude, I'd prefer someone more similar to.
Because they've been talking about was it Edgerton, guy that was in the
Taron Egerton.
movies.
But I think that I do agree though that it would make sense since Wolverine in that universe was so tall to have this Wolverine be more like the comic where he's like shorter and more feral.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that Edgerton being the being Wolverine though.
What about Scott Eastwood?
Yeah, he's not bad.
Later, Steve-O.
I would honestly like to see Daniel Radcliffe get it.
Really?
Ooh.
Harry Potter.
That would be interesting. He'd need to get super jacked though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he is
the same
super
way.
jacked though. Have you seen
the Weird Al movie?
No, not the Weird Al movie.
He got ripped to play Weird Al.
No, he got ripped though. Like he was. I forget what the movie he did before this was, but the last movie he was in, he was jacked. That's why I was like, all right. And then Boss Logic did like fan art for it, and I was like, all right, I'm sold.
Yeah,
like,
I think I saw that. I'd prefer him over Taron Egerton or Henry Cavill though. But
I honestly, my number one pick is Homelander. Because in the show he was in. He was in Banshee before The Boys, and if you go back and watch Banshee, like he is Wolverine and Banshee just without the claws. Like he is the perfect Wolverine in my opinion, but I don't think he's gonna take it.
So I mean, this is actually pretty good. I'd say fairly good for me. McFarlane does pretty well.
That's a good head sculpt and paint job.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, McFarlane kills it with the sculpts. Let's be honest.
Kamala's Captain Britain would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's the other one that people say Captain Britain. Let's take a look at the medallion. Is actually really good too. His White Wolf medallion right there.
Yeah, the sculpt looks pretty decent.
And I'm loving the sword.
And this is the Netflix series version. That's supposed to be Henry Cavill. Okay, yeah.
This is supposed to be Henry Cavill, not the video game. Although they did do the video game one as well. But they did I mean, this is I do want to get the horse. I want to get Roach.
Yeah.
And yeah, his sword does fit perfectly in there. It doesn't feel loose at all.
That's good.
I might pick solid in there.
I might pick up the horse for Spirit and just put Spirit on the horse.
And up, my horse? Desk is never stable, and he's standing without the stand right now. Shake the desk a little bit. Now he falls. But Hasbro, McFarlane always gives us these little discs. You can't do that.
More plastic, more cost.
Yeah, but
I also agree with what Red
Chris
is saying. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Would be a really cool Wolverine.
I mean,
yeah, he's really tall though.
He can get the gruff voice though.
They can get the voice.
Well, I mean, just look at Billy Butcher. I mean, he's got that kind of that grisly look, and
yeah.
I mean, he's played everything from Dr. McCoy to he was in Red.
Yeah.
The first Red movie with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he was in
everywhere. He got to start on Xena and Hercules, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he was in what do you call it too? Chronicles of Riddick.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in Riddick. He might be a little old.
Yeah, that's something I was just about to say. I hope whoever they cast would be young enough to grow into the role and stay in the role and not have
Carl
to struggle.
Urban is 50 right now.
Is he really?
June 7th, I just Googled it. June 7th, 1972.
All right, then
Wellington, New Jersey, or I almost said New Jersey, New Zealand. But he's 6'1".
I was gonna say he ain't from this state.
Yeah, they should really cast someone in their like mid 20s to like mid 30s.
Yeah, I agree. Like late 20s. Yeah.
I feel the same way with Fantastic Four. I would like to see a younger Johnny to fit better with Spider-Man. So if Tom Holland's going to continue playing Spider-Man, I would like Johnny to be somewhere around the same age. Because I think like that's important if you're doing Fantastic Four this time. You got to establish that they're friends.
Like, I held off on this because I wanted to see if I could get him at a lower price. I'm glad I did. But I mean, like even this again, it's McFarlane. So take a look at the stitching. Detail.
Yeah, they don't just
kill it
over like a blank mold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's detail and
they pretty much start from scratch, and I love it. I actually got my wife this figure, and also the Yasker. So she's got a few of these, but she keeps them in box.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm really liking this. I might have to start myself a Witcher shelf over here.
I was going to ask Rick, but he brought it up in the chat. Since Wolverine's Canadian, are there any better Canadian actor options that you know of that would just be a better natural fit?
Yeah, Left Coast would definitely probably have somebody.
Well, Left Coast is in Vancouver, if I'm right.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think of anyone in general I could think of.
Now, all right, let's check the poll.
Not that kind of poll.
Darth Revan, 40%. Vanguard, 33%. Darth Revan gets the win on the poll.
Nice.
15 votes.
Right.
You'll like him when you get him open.
Right.
I took his cape off because
Tom Green, really?
I gave it to Mando.
All right, so these archive ones, I really don't care about preserving much of anything with them. So we'll go old school.
Yeah, I gave Mando his cape, so Mando actually had a soft goods cape. But other than that, I love this figure.
Oh, and there's his lightsaber. All right, lightsaber dove out of the package. I've been sitting on this figure for a long time. I'm really glad to finally open it.
Now, do you
oh
think
man,
this
is great! Like the soft goods cape, and look how it's tattered.
Yeah, that's why
man.
That's why I gave it to Mando.
Awesome, how tattered that looks, and then his robes underneath are tattered as well. They're a little bit heavier material.
Nice.
But I love like how the detail put into it, and it's so much better than hard goods. And then the sash is hard goods, but like it's gonna make him posable. Oh, and did you check out the armor underneath? That's really neat.
Now, do you guys think he fits in on a Mando shelf technically? Because he's wearing a Mandalorian mask.
Well, he is Mandalorian, right?
No, he killed the Mandalorian and took the mask.
Look at that mask though. Here, let me get a good light on it.
Yeah, he's awesome. I got him and Zalabar together.
Wow, he's such a cool figure. All right, let's get these sabers in. He's got a red saber and then a purple saber. Connection we do. Man, dude, the carving on this saber is so cool when you see this.
Apparently, Gosling wants to play Ghost Rider. That's who.
No,
that would be good.
That'd
who
be
awful, dude. Oh my God, no.
They were asking him during the Barbie because him and Margot Robbie are shooting Barbie currently, and that's what he was saying that he's holding out for Ghost Rider.
Dude, he's so boring. Like
if he was younger, I would say Alan Rickson. He was in the Reacher series, but he's 39.
Yeah.
All right, so
He's
check
39.
out his sabers, man. These came out. I love the carving on them.
Yeah, the one's the same one that comes with Nihilus, and then the red lightsaber. So if you got Darth Nihilus, it's the same one that comes with him.
Okay.
And then the other one, Revan's actual saber.
Yeah, that one's so cool, dude.
See, I like those long hilts like that. The long hilts look so proper.
And the way he's got like this 3-piece like angle that comes off the bottom of the hilt. It's so cool looking. Yeah. You can actually buy his. I believe his is a GameStop exclusive. Like you can buy his lightsaber at GameStop.
And that's great. You can stand him right there without any kind of a stand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any additional help.
He's really like a flexible figure. Yeah.
Trying to get him in like a good lunge. Yeah. Look at that.
Does his armor kind of help with the posing a little bit?
No, like because it's soft goods and he's balanced really well. He's got flat feet, so he's a dream to pose, man. And because he's not overweighted by like a heavy cape or anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he looks awesome, dude. I'm really happy with this figure.
And of course, you have the right background for that.
Yeah, it does look really good together, doesn't it?
So do you need to make one light purple underneath and one light red?
I can.
And then you get this big boy to put right beside him.
Hang on, let me see. I can. Where is that control panel?
We're making dude play with technology.
There's the red light.
Yeah. Yeah, you put him right with Revan, and there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got him next to Revan and Jedi Revan.
Okay. I still have to get the Jedi one. I've yet to find that at an affordable price.
There he is under the purple light.
That's cool.
But there's the white light. All right, who's got another offering?
I'm tapped out.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I guess I'm gonna have to break out the Parallax if anybody's interested.
I'm very interested. Yeah, do it. I've got a couple more, so I can definitely do another.
You know what? I can unbox that RC droid.
Just a second. Gotta reload my app. And who knows what kind of crazy stuff I'll be buying next week.
I'm waiting.
When you go to a con, you kind of have to spend, don't you?
Oh
Yeah. I wish I was at C2E2.
The Obi-Wan wave
Brandon
supposed to be shipping out.
Icebox Comics, he's there.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
It's his first con ever, and I'm so happy for him because he like after the first day, those pics he posted, he looks like he's having the time of his life.
That's awesome.
See you later, Muzza. All right, I'm gonna do another poll. Dude's next offering should be all right. So option 1 is Thomas Wayne Batman. Option 2 is Damian Wayne Robin.
Yeah, I'd like to see that Robin open.
Option 3 is Dangar. And then option 4 is the client.
I got all kinds of stuff open in front of me here.
I always love the art that they put on the back of these boxes.
Real quick before I forget, there was the Marvel Studios Twitter account tweeted out some promo for She-Hulk coming up, and you know how like there's this new trend of people posting the 4 pictures like that kind of collage together when you expand them. It's more.
Yes.
One of the pictures for this She-Hulk one that shows a better image of Charlie Cox's Daredevil costume.
Oh yeah, how's that looking with the yellow?
It looks more gold than yellow, but it could just be the lighting. But it still looks awesome.
Maybe more mustard, probably.
Yeah.
Now I noticed one thing on here is I haven't bought a DC McFarlane for a while. There's usually they give us like a little synopsis back here. This is just a flat out image. I know on some of the boxes they gave us a little synopsis, or maybe that's just me. I'm loving this lighter green that we have on the cape here.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is cool. Now you need that Black Lantern Kyle.
I need the whole wave of Black Lanterns. What are you talking about?
Did they make a White Lantern Kyle yet, or no?
I don't think they have.
That's gonna be an ultimate one. He's such a cool character, especially that storyline in particular when he becomes the White.
No, Rick Dangar was second place. Dangar's winning right now with 70% of the vote. Woo!
Yeah, now we taught dude how to do polls, and
he's gonna be doing polls all the time now.
Get ready for it. Yeah,
all the time. Now, can I do polls when it's like Salacious or a Verge stream?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
But now you're leaving things open for polling on the rules for good games.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll mute this.
Well, just like any country, you can decide what you're allowed to be democracy about.
Now we can vote on the rules for the week. Yeah, I put up my review of the new Sector 7 diorama, and I completely forgot to include the holo table. So here's a look at that if anybody wants to see.
Yeah, me.
This is the holo table that it comes with.
Ooh.
And that's really cool.
It is removable. Like you could pull this out and just have it be like a strategy, thing, but then it pops right in and slides in.
That's cool.
Nice.
And it also comes with like a medical bag, like a stretcher type thing. It actually inserts into one of the smaller panels to like give you like a wall thing. So I forgot those in the review because I didn't have them displayed in the diorama. So really cool little piece. And I'm sure if you put some light behind this, it's clear. So I'm sure you can light it up.
Ooh, Thomas Wayne Batman and Damian Wayne Batman are making a little run.
Yeah, I'd like to see that Damian.
You better vote for it.
All right, let me see.
Rock the vote.
All right, I'll put this back to Dave. Yeah, Lantern.
They gave him kind of a jet black hair, but with some graying at the back of the head here.
That's cool.
We got almost I'd say that's almost like more of a Kyle Rayner style
say hello to everybody.
domino mask there.
My dog finally woke up, so she's popping her head in.
I'm loving the translucent.
Yeah, I like that. That's a
cool effect.
And I'm digging the cape here. This is, I don't think I've really seen something like the cape is just, I don't know, this is, you'd think something like this is maybe like more Batman style. Kind of, just slightly. But we got like a lot of abs right here. No skip and crunch day for him. And again, a lot of detail on the back here.
It definitely looks cool.
Head's got some solid rotation. Arms feel not too loose, but just loose enough where there's no effort you really have to put forward for posing. And I guess we don't have extra hands with this, but we do have the one hand that you can grip the lantern with. Let's see if I can get this on here. There we go.
So did any of you guys watch Prey yet?
I'm
planning to watch it tonight.
Okay.
I'm hearing great things about it though.
I can't wait to see it tonight.
I recommend if you go to the options, you can watch it in Comanche with the subtitles. And
oh shit,
it was fantastic. I loved it. I'm part Native American, so it was really cool to get to see that representation. Cool. You know what I mean?
A little bit of warning with this. I'm having trouble getting him to kind of stand up, so the ankles might be a little.
You know, one of the things I've noticed sometimes with McFarlane, and when you first get him out, is sometimes I do have to run them under hot water. But once I do, they loosen up pretty well. I like that with the glowing fist.
Yeah, I definitely thought Prey was by far like the best Predator movie. Better than the original, better than anything. Yeah.
Better than the original.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
I would love to see more going forward, like throughout the different time periods, because I thought that was such a nice touch, and the representation of it was done properly. So it was really cool. Like I wouldn't be opposed to seeing another indigenous one, but I would like to see like more of them coming through.
Wasn't that really kind of loosely teased at the end of the second one when Danny Glover gets that old Revolution pistol?
Kind of, yeah.
Yep.
But take a look at these.
I kind of like that idea of timepiece Predator movies. I think I'm really looking forward to watching it tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. It was just really, really cool.
Now, dude, correct me if I'm wrong. I think these are brand new sculpt energy effects. These have to be brand new. I don't think I've ever seen this kind of sculpt before. It's definitely not like the Flash energy.
Left Coast. If you go to the options on the bottom, you can switch it to the Comanche, and then they're speaking in the Comanche language.
So for the whole movie, they speak in a different language?
Well, for the whole regular movie, they speak in English. But then if you go to the option on Hulu, they actually filmed the whole movie in Comanche as well. So it's in a Native American language.
Twice?
Yeah.
That's
dude, that's crazy.
What do you think about? I mean, this isn't Predator, but since you bring up Native Americans, Reservation Dogs, I love that show. I need to watch season 2 on Hulu.
Yeah, I checked out a little bit of that. I don't know. I have a real tough time with sometimes how those shows are depicted. But that's why I liked Banshee, because Banshee really did a good job showing like what a reservation is like.
Sure. Resident Alien has some.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
I love Resident Alien.
Reservation Dogs, I think, is produced by Taika Waititi in some capacity. And
Yeah,
just like his sense of humor.
I think he does have something to do with that. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of good stuff lately. Like a lot of his maybe I know a lot of people didn't like Thor, but some of his other shows and stuff are really good.
I thought Thor was entertaining.
It was what it was.
It wasn't as good as Ragnarok, but I thought it was entertaining. And that movie was way more just like a fun comic book adventure.
Yeah, than anything.
And you're coming off of like No Way Home, which to me is arguably the best MCU movie. And then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was, I thought, also really, really well done. And then that movie is just a different tone and style. And it was a juxtaposition. But I got out of it. And I'm like, that movie was fun. Like, I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna get some slack here. I hated Multiverse.
Nah.
Multiverse, I'll be honest, it was a major disappointment, and I'm a Sam Raimi fan.
All right, so I hate Wanda, number one. I read comics, so like to me, her character is just bland and really has nothing interesting about her. I don't know. I'm not big on them like trying to make her a focal point of the MCU. It's just kind of just like, oh, okay. And then you did that whole WandaVision show and threw it all out the window to do Multiverse.
So what are you guys thinking of this so far? I think
that looks cool.
For $19.99, I think it's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah, well.
Oh, Left Coast, you're up on Disney Plus. Yeah, no, on Hulu in the United States is where you can have the Comanche option. I forgot about that.
Oh, man, all right, poll option. Dangar's at 50%. Thomas Wayne Batman 30%. Damian Wayne Robin at 20%. No votes for the client.
He's a good figure.
Yeah, I didn't even open him yet. I still have him in box.
It looks like a good figure in the box. Like I'm excited to get him open.
Yeah, and he comes with like the
Cantono.
The Cantono and the Beskar.
Yep. All right, I guess it looks like it's time for me to close the poll. So Dangar will win at 50%.
It would be cool if they did a Rothgar Dang figure, but the Hasbro guys basically told me at Celebration, despite how many cool types of looking character models or figures they'd want to do from the sequels, they're steering clear from sequel figures.
Yeah, you're not getting any sequel stuff at all anytime
you know what?
soon.
I'm okay with it because like I'm not buying it.
Yeah. But Rothgar Dang looks cool.
I just refuse to buy anything because it's like voting with my wallet. Like I refuse to give them money for that.
Like I would love Jedi training Luke and Leia still. Like that was supposed to come out.
Cool.
I might. Yeah, that might be an exception to a dude rule, but that's just because that's Luke and Leia. But that's the thing is Luke and Leia training in the Jedi Temple should have been episode 1. And it should have started from there and branched out. And anyways, let's not get into that. All right. Sorry. So Archive Series Dangar. I'm pretty excited, man. And I finally can complete my bounty hunter scene. So I now have all the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
I would like to see Carrie Fisher's daughter get a figure too at some point.
From Rogue One?
From the sequels. She's in the sequels, but
Connick.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
like
good,
her in
man.
the
Every
comics.
time she was on screen, it took me out of the movie because I just don't like. There was no point to her character. It was just shoehorn nepotism, get my kid in the movie.
She was supposed to have a lot bigger role, but a lot of the stuff got cut.
Other than the Luke and Leia, just one last quick thing on the sequels. And speaking of Rothgar Dang, how they're doing like the creator figures, like they've done Dave Filoni, they've done Jon Favreau, they did the George Lucas one. They should do the John Williams character, the bartender in episode 9. That would be cool.
No, I would get that. I would totally get that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Wow, dude, Dangar is really neat, man. Check him out.
He's just a little heavy. He's hard to stand once you get him all like souped up.
So he stands right out of the box, but I can feel that he's heavy. But I just have him,
But then once you put the backpack and everything on him, he starts tipping a little bit. I love the figure though.
dig the armor, man, all the way around.
It's chunky, yeah.
Yeah, he's really chunky, but he's cool. I mean, he does. The shoulder doesn't come all the way back there. He does have a rock at the torso. But yeah, he's like a big chunk. But if you read him in the comics, he's really not a great bounty hunter.
Yeah,
like he's constantly getting like left behind or knocked out. He's really not great at his job.
So he's the little brother of the bounty hunters.
Yeah, but even in Aftermath,
so I like this is like cool. It looks like a leather holster here for this blaster.
But if you have all the other bounty hunters from Empire, from that one scene on the Executor, there's really only one pose for all of them, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's just all of them standing there.
Really cool. I really like that.
And there's like if you'll see on the one side that you have it, dude, there's like a strap. You can actually like strap the gun in too if you're not gonna have him displayed
cool.
with it.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, that's
like,
really neat.
Comes undone.
Look at all that detail though. They threw
not deluxe.
Yeah, I got this for $20. Like that, I feel you know what I mean. I feel like that's a great value, and it makes me even happier to have the figure.
Well, I mean,
the detail on his backpack alone is impressive.
And that's the whole thing is like the archives were supposed to never get price increase. They were supposed to be lower price because that was the whole point of the archive. Right. So like some places it still is like Amazon, I believe, but.
So he
everywhere else 24.
He doesn't hold this gun super well. Doesn't fully sit in his hand properly, but yeah, that's not going to be.
Eric,
he's definitely going to be. Let's see. So if I can get his hand like that, so you can hold. You can have him kind of like a generic stand pose. So I can get him. Yeah, he definitely wants to lean back for sure.
Who's that pilot from the sequels that has the B?
Look at that. I like that
droid
one.
Unit.
Mr.
Bones. I said, who's the pilot from the sequel that has Mr. Bones? Snap?
Snap Wexley. His real name's Temin, but Greg Grunberg.
He's the other one I would like to get a figure of, just because I want Mr. Bones.
A Mr. Bones figure would be really cool and easy for them to do in the publishing line.
Yeah, I would love that. That would be a great figure.
Yeah, I'm really happy with Dangar, and I'm extra excited now that I have the bounty hunter scene. It's just awesome. It makes me so happy.
I'm waiting on that Leia.
Really, I'm really impressed. This is not like a throwaway archive. Like I think this is one of the better Black Series figures I have.
Yeah, they did a good job with that archive one. Now we just need Dr. Aphra and her droids to be released in the archive because I need all three of them, and I don't want to pay $100 and something for them.
I was lucky enough to get them when they launched.
And I know Left Coast, I believe, was saying that like up in Canada, he was still finding like the BDs, I think, or something like that. But I would love to get them in the archive wave.
Is anyone, Dave? Did you have another offering, or Eric?
No,
I'm tapped out.
I've been sitting there playing with Storm Shadow.
I do have Ripley.
All right, here Eric wants to show his droid.
Oh, I'm not sure if I
for anything, is it?
I'm not gonna roll him around or anything, but I'm sure it makes some noises and rolls around and whatnot.
I like the coloring of it.
Yeah,
Red Ranger Chris went yesterday and was building one.
Yeah, just built one. Yeah,
him and his buddy. I like the color scheme his buddy picked, the purple and the blue.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool.
What did you name him?
This is the character. This is the astromech for the cruise director on the Star Cruiser. Its name is SK 620.
I like the way they've done the comic for the cruise ship too.
Yep, the Halcyon Legacy comic.
Yeah, because they've been like trying to show you that like it's something that's been around throughout the different generations. It was in the prequel trilogy. It was in the regular trilogy, and then now it's in the sequels.
The storyline for the cruise is you're boarding the 275th anniversary cruise of the maiden voyage of the Halcyon, going from Chandrilla to Batu.
Okay.
Hey guys, we have a late entry. We got Josh from the Cat Cave.
Oh,
What's up?
Hey,
coming in hot to buzz the tower.
I can't wait to see your display video, man. Can't wait.
I've been working on my display video nonstop. It's gonna be epic.
Every time you post one of those pictures, I'm just like, fuck, Josh is gonna make me go get detox. I got space here. I'm gonna have to go get detox eventually.
Nah, you don't need to go get detox. I got a lot of stuff.
Josh, do you want to come in for an offering? We got Dave is about to show us his, but do you have anything?
I've got some. It sounded like you guys might be getting ready to wrap up, so I could go.
I have a couple more to offer if anybody wants to stick around. I definitely have a couple left that I'd love to.
Dude has enough for a couple hours.
I seriously, we could be here until we could be here a while. It's so ridiculous. So yeah, dude,
we got
I love that, man. Now that is really, you know what? I really want like a high-end Ripley like that, but is like a 6-inch scale figure.
Now,
didn't I do one?
Now, this actually connects to other pieces. Colbane Games has a few of these where there's a queen that's spitting acid, and it actually connects, like the bases connect to make like one little Q-Fig diorama piece. I'm hoping to grab that sometime soon, but I got this for like 11 and change, so I don't think you can go wrong with that, especially if you love aliens.
You know what, dude?
Love they got some weathering on that too.
I know we're talking about how excited we are
cool.
to see Prey, but it would be cool if they could relaunch Alien somehow and just have the same end result, that it's like critically and fans like it. You know what I mean? Like I'd love Alien to get a proper reboot.
I mean,
well, they tried that Prometheus, right?
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. That was awful.
That's supposed to be the origin story of it.
Supposed to be.
I thought it was
a Rick on it.
I like that, man. That's like a cool thing to have on the desk or something. You know what I mean?
They even gave Ripley some bruises and cuts on her face there.
That's cool.
Yeah, those are great.
He's one of the goats of female action heroes, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take my dog out real quick.
All right. Hey, cheers to Sean Solo. That's a Sean Solo move.
Yeah, I'm pulling the solo move.
Except you gave us notification.
Yeah.
Going out like a ninja.
I'll be right back.
All
right. So I got the pickups this week. Peter Mayhew Foundation. Don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yep.
But they were doing a charity fundraiser, so they had a coin that they were offering up.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's on one side, and on the other side, it's got Han and Chewie.
That's awesome.
It says always together. So it's going for a good cause. I figure, what the hell? So that's cool. I got back from PowerCon yesterday. I made a quick
How was
trip
that?
Down there. Not as big as I thought it was going to be, but I don't say that in terms of like trying to make it sound as if it's not good. It just wasn't as epic and big as some of the bigger conventions that I have been to. Was that the
first one since you know what? Since everything came back? Since everything
they
came
decided
back?
To go. What do you mean? The pandemic part?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
That I'm not sure. This is the first time that they've done it without Masters of the Universe representation, as far as I know. So Mattel and them no longer have a partnership, and that was kind of what was driving them before. So it's not. I don't know if it's as big. It used to be in Anaheim, and now it's in Columbus, Ohio. So, I mean, perception-wise, it wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. That being said, it was a really good con. Very, very toy-centric. NECA was there. They weren't selling anything. Mythic Legions, the Four Horsemen were there. They were selling a ton of product. Mego was there. And then there was booths for a lot of different vendors, things like that. A lot of YouTubers were there. Shartimus Prime was there. Pixel Dan was there. Toy Galaxy, Dan Larson was there.
Okay.
So Dan Larson.
Nice.
His pins.
That's awesome.
And one of his signed prints. So
that's cool.
That's pretty cool. What else? Mythic Legions was there. So
dude, I didn't even realize
That's
you were
awesome.
going. I didn't even realize you were going. One of my favorite toy stores is in Columbus, and I didn't see it till after you got back. I would have told you, but there's an awesome, nerd owned toy store that's right near Ohio State's campus.
And that's pretty much where I was. Yeah.
Oh, those
I'm
are
sorry,
awesome.
I missed that.
I've been trying to stay away from those because a buddy of mine got into Mythic Legions and he's in there. He's in it full blast.
And
Destination Stone.
And he's lost now.
He's really into it.
He's just lost. Oh, dude.
Jeez.
So I think Josh is in the rabbit hole.
I mean, it was kind of one of those things where
the rabbit hole's more of a summer
trip
home for him,
and you got to make the trip worth it. So I kind of went a little overboard. And then D Amazing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with D Amazing on YouTube at all. Awesome guy, does a ton of awesome figure photography, but he was doing mystery boxes, so I jumped on a mystery box. So contents of said mystery box. Nice. Just a little effect you can use for your photos. We have.
Oh, does that open?
Oh, of course it opens. Yeah,
dude. I you know how I was circling that Iron Man 3.0 for a long time. I've had my eye on Predators for a while.
Yeah,
Predators and Aliens.
So very timely, obviously, with Prey. You guys were talking about excellent movie. So
I cannot wait to watch that.
This thing's pretty sweet. I also got, which I have no knowledge of anything Gundam, but
Zaku.
So if anybody knows anything about that, it might be cooler to you than it is to me, but it's cool nonetheless, and I'm excited to get my hands on it. Very cool.
That's from the first iteration of Gundam when it first came out.
Nice. It's a pretty cool looking figure. You got LX.
Are you going all in on Mythic Legions?
No.
I have him. You will not be disappointed when you break him open. I have him. He's an awesome figure.
He was pretty cool. We got Kong.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So the SH Monster Arts Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong.
Does it have
with
the
a hammer? Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'd say you need
last but not least, we've got the Revoltech Deadpool.
Sweet.
Oh, so
X-Force one.
So what's a Revoltech? What? I haven't heard of that one.
So just one of the more higher end ones. It's got a ton. Here, let's just open up. Let's find out what.
I actually have a.
Dude, are you really going to offer it up
Venom?
now?
Yeah, why not?
Awesome.
I actually have Venom and Carnage from Revoltech.
Okay, that's the company that did that. The one that, and then super awesome. John got
it
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, guys, after Josh opens this, I just want you to know I've been really jonesing for this guy, but I'm going to open up the Thomas Wayne from Flashpoint Paradox. And by the way, if you have HBO Max and you haven't seen that animated movie, it is fantastic.
Look, do you have the DC app for comics?
Yes, I do.
Read the actual Flashpoint story. Like
that.
No,
the story has so
I
much
had
more
so much time at the airport this week. I read how many comic books I read, dude. Sitting there, I read because I have the Marvel and the DC one. But I love the Flashpoint Paradox is awesome because in that timeline, and this doesn't really ruin anything. In that timeline, Thomas Wayne survives, but Bruce dies in the alley.
And then
Thomas Wayne becomes Batman. Well, I didn't want to give away Martha. But Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, but he's a Batman who kills, and he's like this real dark Batman, and it's a fantastic comic.
He rocks guns, of course.
Yeah, he rocks guns and swords and axes, and so. Anyways, I'm pretty stoked to open him up. That's one of my favorite DC animated movies.
We need the Aquaman from that. They need to make that Flashpoint Aquaman with the Triton on his fist.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because in my Batcave, I can have one Aquaman, but it's got because I'm really not into Aquaman. You know what I mean?
But
so if I'm gonna have one Aquaman,
you're gonna have to get like classic.
The best one.
Yeah.
Well, I saw kind of almost classic like Aquaman today at Walmart.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, dude! Look at all that.
Wow.
Yep. You got the heart eyes right in the middle there.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
cool.
a ton of stuff.
Oh, that's what that is. Those are hearts. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's so meta and fourth wall. So yeah.
Yeah.
So it got
It
all
comes
that.
with a lot of different stuff. That's
And
cool.
then it also came with some more little
Jesus.
accessories. Knives. And these, I think these are like little eyes that you can actually plug into one of the heads to give them like different looks to his eyes.
Like
that's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
They give
So
you
here's a
tons.
figure.
They usually give you a ton of
Can I
accessories with the
ask
Revoltech.
how much was this Deadpool?
I mean, I paid $150 for the box. So
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
everything
for
that
the
was
whole
in the
thing.
box, I think that if you were to add it up, it's significantly more than $150.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So
tremendous.
wait,
You're
if you were to
probably
retail.
talking
Wait.
250, maybe 275. I'd say so far,
Oh,
based
dude,
on what you
that's
opened.
an amazing value for that. That's awesome.
Yeah. You get all that stuff in that box.
That's
Yeah,
slick.
Pretty decent figure. Came with a stand and everything, but super
Oh my god.
That's cool.
articulation.
Oh man, that's perfect for Deadpool pose. Oh,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Look at that.
Okay,
That's
right
really
now
cool.
that Deadpool is going for $100 on Amazon right now,
So
and that's
super
at a 7% discount.
super awesome to give you guys an idea. If you guys ever followed D Amazing and he offers up any mystery boxes, kind of gives you an idea of the type of stuff you'll be in for. But he
cool.
tries to like go through your timeline and see what you've got, what you don't have, and if you're interested in trying out new stuff, it's probably cool for you. But if not, then probably not your thing.
I will tell you, like, this year has been great for me because I've gotten into clearly I've gotten into McFarlane. Clear, right? But I've gotten into 3-0, and that's your fault. You on the screen, Josh. There's 100% your fault. 100%. I didn't even know that thing existed until you. So, anyways, I got my first and then my second 3-0, which I haven't opened. And then I was able to, and then John from Super Awesome Geek Show gifted me a Mayfex Batman. So that'll be my first Mayfex figure. So I'm really excited. Oh, and I got my first sideshow, the dude.
That reminds me, I have
dude
to
is
buy
awesome.
more
Like
3-0.
all these new things, and honestly, I think one, it's good as a collector to branch out some, but two, it just all started with that black chrysanthemum.
Yeah, that sent you over
And
that.
that just like, and I get so many less Hasbro figures now because of it, but I'm enjoying collecting more because Josh taught me to play the long game, and now I'm playing the long game. So now I'm getting pretty much all the figures I want that are Star Wars or Legends. And I'm paying, a more reasonable price for them. And then with the McFarlane, like, unless it's like super special edition or, you know what I mean? Like the majority of the McFarlane, though, if you wait, you get on sale.
Yeah.
Isn't it so much better too? Like there's less anxiety about having those figures.
And it makes, when you get them on sale, it kind of gives you the reward you used to get when you could just hunt and find them in the store, right? So
it
it's
makes
like
me feel so much better.
Dude,
Like,
it is
hey,
keep
raising your prices.
Yep.
Keep raising your prices.
Well, even the other day when I saw you can get Mace Windu and the ARC Trooper, the Walmart exclusives on Amazon for $30 each with shipping, I was like, that's a great deal because of how expensive those are. And I got 2 of each, and all 4 are in mint condition because they were shipped in a box. So I feel like I came out ahead of people that got it from Walmart because mine arrived in good condition. Because everybody's I saw got obliterated.
Yeah. So I found it interesting when you brought that up, because you had made a comment, something along the lines of like, I'll gladly pay $2 extra to make sure it gets shipped in a box. Do you really feel that way?
When I bought $120 worth of action figures and all 4 are in mint condition, like I feel for that, yeah. I mean,
I feel it.
I'm not trying to judge. Like,
but no, but
I don't mean
here's
it
the other part of it
derogatory means at all.
No, but the other part of it is that Walmart canceled my pre-orders, right? So I couldn't get them. So the fact that I'm getting figures on the aftermarket, not from the exclusive retailer, and I'm only paying $2 more, like, to me, that's like a great value, because like those on eBay right now are expensive.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's a lot on eBay where they're damaged. Right.
Yeah.
And those are expensive. So again, aftermarket exclusive figure, get all of them shipped in a box. They come in mint condition. And I spent an extra $8 for that for figures that are going for double to triple. Yeah. Like
all things
that's a good
considered,
trade
that's
off.
not bad.
Yeah, that's a good trade off.
Yeah, because even my mace behind me got a crack in the bubble from when they shipped it.
Ooh, what is that?
That's that big
Wow.
ogre.
Oh
wow. Now how much does that go for? Because this came as part of your box, right?
No. This was separate. I got this at PowerCon.
Okay, that was PowerCon. Sorry.
Yes. This was 120.
Big Chungus.
Now, can you put a 6-inch scale once you get it open, a 6-inch scale next to it, just so we can get a?
I certainly can. If you want to open something up, this has a ton of wires, so I might be here for.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, dude, I've been jonesing to open up Thomas Wayne Batman for a long time. This is one of my best buys I've gotten in a while. I said I got it for $11, and it's the exclusive.
That one McFarlane. So like I don't have any McFarlanes, but the one that keeps tempting me every time I see it is the Batwoman unmasked, the Batwoman Beyond.
Yep.
Every time I see that, I just think the sculpt looks so good on that because that's supposed to be Dick Grayson's daughter in the future.
Yeah,
I just think that looks so great.
I have that Batman Beyond set. It was the 5-pack with the bill, or it was a 5-pack with the build a figure.
Oh yeah. I watched that video. Yeah,
dude, that set's awesome. Those Batman Beyond figures are great.
Hey,
yeah.
Cap, I just looked up that figure. You got that for a steal because Big Bad Toy Store is selling it for $169.99 right now.
Wow.
There you go.
So
you definitely made out like a bandit, man.
Dude,
well, that was directly from the Four Horsemen. So
hey, while I have them like this, it'd be easy to show. But look at that bat symbol, and then I love his utility belt, how it's red. And then see how his cape holsters up? Yeah, they're holsters.
Because he's got guns.
And you see how his cape curls up, how it looks like a bat. Isn't that neat? I just love the synergy in the suit between the black, the red, and the gray. And then this is an older figure, so you do get 2 guns for the holsters plus his sword. But I really wanted the exclusive one of him unmasked because almost all my Batman figures are masked, and then this is Thomas Wayne, so to me it just distinguishes it even further.
Has anyone gotten the accessory pack from McFarlane yet?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
I've heard that the guns are not very good. That they don't scale very well. It's because they're cast from too many like various figures that you try to put them, for example, in the Red Hood's hands, and some of the guns just don't work with him.
Okay.
They're much too big for 6-inch figures, and even with the McFarlane figures, it's a bit hit or miss.
So now you think like a Valaverse pack might work instead?
If I were putting money into it, I would go Valaverse before I would try the McFarlane one, just because of the feedback that I've heard from other people.
Yeah, I've heard. I know Connor was talking about it. He was saying how much he likes the Valaverse guns.
The Valaverse stuff is great. I got the Valaverse Sarge a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very good figures.
He pointed me in the direction
smaller.
that they have muzzle flashes that you could just buy. You could buy like the packs of muzzle flashes.
Yeah. Yeah, Valaverse is doing some good stuff. It's good to support independent toy makers like that.
I'm telling you that whole G.I. Joe Valaverse, they're really, to me, they're miles ahead of a lot of people this year with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I would like to share with you Thomas Wayne.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Paradox stands up right out of the box. So I just have them in I'm gonna beat your head in pose. But again, I love like the gray in his hair with the black outline. And if you look at the way that the bat sits with the way that the cape snarls up, it looks like it's one kind of ethereal piece. I just think that's such a cool aesthetic and how they did that. I'm really digging the red utility belt. Of course, I knocked him over. It does come with 2 pistols, so I'm going to holster the pistols for now, and I'll pose him with the sword. But it's, you know what? To me, that makes this figure extra probably valuable and unique because he does come with them, right?
Yeah.
So now, did you guys go with any of the San Diego exclusives like Mindbender or Boba Fett or anything like that?
I got the Boba Fett.
Did you?
I did not get any of them.
I passed on everything with me and my wife going to Steel City next weekend. We wanted to put money aside because she's doing some photo ops, like she's doing with Michael Rooker and a few others. So
well,
that's cool.
That adds up.
Josh, were you able to get the Mindbender?
Hey guys, I want to show you real quick. It does come with hidden butterfly shoulder joints, and he's got a bicep swivel. So this guy is he's a brawler. Is really articulatable, and then really cool detail on the boots too.
Cool.
Yes, I was able to get mine better. Sorry, I put myself on mute while I was fighting with this bag.
It's all right.
Really, really cool detail. And let's see what he looks like with this sword.
And then it looks like for PulseCom, it'll be that Andor and BD 2-pack and then the Serpentor.
So just so you know, this sword is like super soft. So be careful. You'll get like bends in it pretty easy.
It looked like it was warping when you were taking that figure.
Yep. I've skipped on some of the Wonder Woman figures I've seen because in the packaging you can see it's already like bent and like.
But look at,
bent.
I mean, I easily got him into a lunge like that. Like I love the way he looks right now. That's really cool. So my McFarlane figures have been really, really good to pose. I love the way he looks right there.
Without a stand or anything, that looks
Yeah,
that does look cool.
And I guess you could put some drops of red paint on the blade, like it's he's been slicing through people left and right.
Yeah, I mean, this Batman, that to me, it's one of the really cool things about that movie is that he's totally on the other side of Bruce, where Bruce won't kill. Batman won't kill, whereas he just kills. Like he just kills, and so it's a pretty cool plot point of the movie.
It's cool too when he gives him that note, and then you find out later on what that note actually says.
All right, man. I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten so far tonight. I hope the toy gods are pleased. We got Thomas Wayne Batman, Peacemaker, Darth Revan, and Dengar.
Awesome. Yeah, that Thomas Wayne is really cool.
Yeah, I'm real happy with it.
Now, I guess that was before the no guns mandate.
Yeah, it was one of the last ones.
Just
I think.
Before.
Okay.
And I don't mind the no guns thing because I like the figures and they're sculpted well and there's good value. But I do get why there's certain figures why people.
I was gonna say like Red Hood and Grifter to me. Like,
right. Red Hood
come with guns. Yeah. And like he's one of my favorite DC characters, so it was tough to like not really get an iteration of him that I felt like was like a perfect iteration of him.
Yep. Man,
like I have the new.
I am really happy at just how this Thomas Wayne looks. It is just so cool, man. It's gonna look awesome in the Batcave.
Yeah, I'm interested to see once you set that all up.
Well, I still have so many figures to unbox before I even really get to it, but I'm excited to set it up someday as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
But this is good. I got 2 more DC figures open tonight so far. All right, we got to go to Josh.
That is
that's a big boy.
He's hefty.
Is that Rancor style?
That's what they did with the tech from the Black Series Rancor.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Let's see if we can
get Luke in his claw.
Man.
You just need a stormtrooper in his mouth
to depict the famous part in the scene from the movie. That's not too bad.
Who needs a Rancor when you have Mythic Legends? There you go.
Yeah, and I mean the cool thing is they give you the alternate head too. So
that one looks vicious right there with the horns.
You like the horns?
The tusks on the one you have on it right now looks good, but this one the big scar going over his right eye.
Yeah.
That
Tough
looks
pick.
That looks it.
I can see why people buy two of them and have both versions on their shelves.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how much did he cost?
He was only 120.
120, you said, yeah.
I say only. I apologize. I don't mean to.
Josh was like, I just pulled it out of my sock. 120.
Yes.
I mean, that's. And how are the joints on him? Does he feel nice and tight, not too loose?
Oh, he's yeah.
Satisfying clicks. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like.
So I mean, he's not.
Right there.
He's not going to be doing any ninja poses, but I mean, he's got some movement to the ankles. He's got movement to the legs. A little bit in the waist here, dropping Luke's lightsaber. So I don't want to break that. Yeah, the shoulders are nice.
Enjoy it, Chris.
Decent elbows, wrist rotation, and then the head. So not too bad. Beautiful paint apps, obviously.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, guys, I got to tap out here. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Enjoy your night.
Hey, Dave.
I got to run and do a few things, but guys, have a great weekend.
Thanks for hanging out, Dave.
Enjoy yourself in Steel City.
Oh, try to. I'll probably be sweating my butt off, though, in my Ghostbuster outfit. Take care.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. I mean,
that is big. You could probably bludgeon someone to death, like a human to death, with that thing.
Yeah.
Nice and removable, though. So, but very
sweet.
cool. Very cool. You can see he's already crushed in part of his mace there. Great figures, though. I really like these Mythic Legions.
Do you have a lot of them, or was that your first couple ones?
You might have been out when I showed them. I got a couple more at the show. I got the Krampus last year.
Okay.
So that was my first foray into it.
Oh, that's cool.
I got this one. These are part of their army builders or their legion builders. So these are what they consider to be like their re-releases, kind of like the archive waves for Star Wars Hasbro Black Series. So these are only 30. And then their main release, which is stuff like this, these go up to 40.
Okay.
So if
I've seen a lot of people getting into them and like becoming more and more popular.
Well, I think the nice thing about it is a lot of them, they'll pack in like the alternate head to give you like a completely different character. So lots of interchangeability, and they're very, very big on customs. Here's the other thing I really like. It's collector-friendly packaging, so you can literally just...
Oh,
okay. I love that.
I have never seen a figure that did that. That is really cool.
Matt Cardona and them, that's what they've been doing with all their stuff now.
Wow.
Yeah, so see, okay, so this is a standard release.
A big upgrade, dude.
So this is $40, okay? So let's see what all we get for $40. We get the figure and one weapon in here. So let's take a look at the paint apps on this weapon, because it's got some nice detail work to it.
Oh, that's
very
cool.
And then you get an alternate head by the looks of it, a shield, another sword. So the head that's on the body looks like the jaw may articulate. This one does not. So that's a nice looking skull head there. Looks like a belt, which will hold a sword.
Cool.
Extra sword, and then we get, these look like perhaps maybe shoulder pauldrons.
Oh yeah, so you can pretty much build out however you want it. That's cool.
And then he also came with a shield, which is
all right.
Nice paint to that shield too. So very, very, for $40, highly detailed. The paint apps are very, very impressive. I mean, compared to what we're paying currently for Hasbro, I don't think it's terribly unreasonable.
Yeah, too far off. Yeah. Do you guys think though we'll get another price hike before the year's over?
If they can get away with it, they will.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I almost feel like that's what they're testing with because if you notice, like some of these 3-packs that they've been doing, you have ones that are going for like $90, and then you have ones that are going for like $75, and they're the same. You know, you're getting the same amount of figures in it.
Right, but they're charging more for the one that they know is going to have higher demand because they know people are going to pay for it. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Then, that's what they're testing is like how much can they get away with and charge.
Yeah, and like they're doing the same thing with the the deluxes. Like one, if a deluxe is $29, why are we paying 30 something now and 34 and 36 and 41 in Target for some of these? It's ridiculous.
Yep.
But at what point did the retailers start pushing back and say, "Look, we keep buying all your stuff and we're clearancing everything out"?
Yeah,
that's a really good point, Josh. I think if it won't be us that influences Hasbro, it will be big box retailers pushing back.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that's going to happen. I think that's coming a lot sooner than later.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you can even see just from that Thor wave. That Thor wave, you can go to any Target and get all of them. They're still just sitting there.
And the thing is, like, I'm interested in some of those figures, but not for $25.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Get them when they go on sale. That's what I do.
But yeah, when they're on sale and I can get them for like 15, like, yeah, I definitely want to add a couple of those figures.
Yeah.
Like actual bones for legs. Love it.
That is cool.
Great articulation, man. I mean, that's probably the one thing I like. And I'll tell you this. I had an issue with my Krampus where my Krampus's tail, it ported into the back of the figure. And the little ball peg came off. And they were really great to work with as far as their customer service. They ended up getting me out a new tail, no charge except for paying for the shipping on it. They even had an issue where we had to go back and forth a couple times because they listed it on the website and they sold out. So they weren't available, but the guy at customer service actually got me one anyway. So,
that's
that's the kind of stuff that I want to support. I want to support companies that take care of their customers and provide an excellent product. So
like when I got that Han Solo Princess Leia Hoth set for $22 and they sent me a lemonade set.
Those were still on the website not too long ago.
No, and then they're like, you know what? Keep the lemonade set. We'll refund you, but keep the lemonade set.
Yeah.
And life gives you lemons. I mean,
only Thor one I got is this one, the Natalie Portman. Only because I wanted the alternate head, the unmasked one. So that was the only, and I got her on clearance. So
I really like the comic book Thor figures, like the one that's supposedly shipping soon with him in the new suit with his symbol on it, and it comes with Odin's Raven and
the Galactus Thor, the Herald Thor.
Yeah,
because
that comic book run right now is awesome.
Yeah, that
it is so good. It's about him becoming
Donny
King
Coates.
Thor. Yeah, it's so good right now.
He does a great job. That his last Venom run was phenomenal, and his Hulk run is really good.
Should I go for one more? You guys got enough time and energy? One more?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so we got a couple options here, guys. We got a couple options here. Man, I feel like I've hit home runs with all the choices so far. But we do have
for the client.
We do have the Green Lantern 2-pack. We have Damian Wayne Robin.
That Robin is really cool.
Sidious or the Client?
I'd go for the Client personally.
All right, so we got one vote for the Client.
I'll go with Damien.
I'll go with Damien too because I've heard you saying you really want to open it.
Done.
Well, I'm also really wanting to open up this this Green Lantern 2-pack too, man.
Yeah, that does look sweet too. Either one of those.
27, dude. Look at that, $27 for this, all the effects and the stand.
Actually, open that Azrael pack because I'm interested to see what that flame thing looks like.
The Azrael pack wasn't on the table, my man.
Okay, all right. Then go with one of those.
All right, we'll go with Damian Wayne. Let's check him out because I do not have a Robin up in the Batcave yet.
Okay.
You don't have Tim or they didn't do
No.
a Dick Robin, right? They only did Nightwing.
Yeah, I don't. I know I don't have I have 2 Red Hoods, but I do not have a Robin, and I do need a Nightwing.
That sword looks taller than the figure.
It does, but it is though. If you see him in the comics or in the animated movies, it is taller than him. And
Yeah,
what's really
Batman
cool is
is
he's
fun.
come with two of the Kroll glaives.
I got all these figures in front of me that I've been playing with.
All right, I like this version of Robin. I like that he's not in like tights and tighty whities.
Yeah, that looks cool.
I just like the Damian Wayne version of Robin, of just how it tests Batman and how much darker he is because he was raised by Ra's al Ghul.
A good run to read if you get more time is the Grant Morrison Batman and Son run.
Yep.
Where Dick's Batman and like is the one training Damian. That's really a fun run.
That's cool. I'll have to put that on my list.
Yeah, like something happens to Bruce, and then there's like a fight for who becomes the Batman. Really cool.
All right, so I'm struggling to get this guy out.
Do you pull from the head or the legs first?
It depends on the figure, like
I
how they
always pull
want
from
to
the
come out.
legs.
I usually go from the legs as well.
Yeah, just so I don't snap anything.
All right, here is Damian Wayne Robin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man. Look at just the scowl on his face. That's perfect. Because he is a dickhead, man.
Oh yeah, he's
He
a
really
little
is.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, he is, man. He's just like this little dickhead. That's perfect.
How does
And
he look
I like
next
that
to
his suit is
Thomas?
kind of like, I like how it kind of interweaves the Ra's al Ghul style with the Robin suit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you see both in it. The cape is it's hard goods, but it's like softer than the Hasbro style. But I like how it just sits and flows. Man, and then look at the boots. Pretty cool.
That looks
too.
cool.
All right, I got a feeling. Let's see. Perfect. Look at that, right out of the box.
How does he scale next to Thomas too?
All right, let's see.
Of course I do, Father.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, look at that.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that looks cool.
Because I don't know Flashpoint Thomas Wayne all that well, does he still have a successful business as a doctor of medicine?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't think it really
don't
comes
believe so.
up.
I think like he.
Whoa,
Whoa.
what happened?
It was a point, so
Oh.
maybe it was something that he knew that the studio didn't want us to know. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think he looks really good next to Thomas Wayne. Now, that would be an interesting multiverse story, having the two of them go on a mission together.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would be down for that as an animated movie. He's an awesome Robin. All right, I want to get out his sword now.
That looks cool, Josh.
Isn't that badass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
It's
badass.
like a satin sheen on the shield.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sharp.
Look, his sword is almost as tall as he is.
I love the articulated jaw.
Here,
on this one.
I'm gonna make you a big screen so you can.
That's
Oh
pretty
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what I was gonna say was I don't remember. I believe like because of what happens in Flashpoint, he just kind of gives up everything and just kind of is only Batman. Like he does, I don't even think he still practices or anything like that.
Very cool figure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Yeah, he is cool.
Cool.
I'm going to throw this. So I got Robin with his sword. Dude, he is such a dick. He's a little dickhead, man. Like, I think this is just perfect for like what he is.
You're gonna definitely have to get like Nightwing and Tim now and add them all together.
Yep. I have 2 Batgirls, which is good, but yeah, I need a Nightwing for sure. But the ones I've seen, I just haven't seen any that make me like. I feel like I'm waiting for a better version of Nightwing.
Yeah. I've seen the Gotham Knights one and then the other one, but yeah, I agree with you. That'd be cool to get like a really classic Nightwing. I'm wondering if they're gonna do like Richard Grayson too, like in his, because like there's a part in the comics where like he's not Nightwing, but he's not Robin either. He's just like a super spy.
Yep.
And like pretty cool. That'd be a cool figure to get.
So this the thing with this Robin is he's like really like nimble, but not in a good, like he's like really like, I don't know how, like feeble it feels, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because everything's like almost like Omega. Have you got her yet?
No.
So
yeah, Omega's not good.
No, not that she's not good. It's just when you get her in hand, because it's such a smaller, like, hold on, it's such a smaller sculpt.
I love the way they look together, but yeah, that's what it feels like. Is just like his joints are little; they're not like as solid. Like
yeah, it's just because like it's a much smaller figure. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You know what that kind of reminds me of is a lot of these Rick and Morty figures that I've got. I liked having them initially, but these things are so flimsy and whatnot. I think they're Funko. I want to say
there's another. Yeah, I think man, I can't remember who it was. Was it Funko. Sideshow? Someone had like a higher end set of Rick and Morty stuff, and I almost got it because I do love that show.
I got all the figures from the first wave, so I could build the Snowball Build-A-Figure.
Where are my testicles, Summer?
Yeah. So I've got Rick, Morty, Mr. Poopy Butthole, Mr. Meeseeks, and Bird Person, and then the Snowball with the mech.
He's the best. I'm looking forward to the new season. September, right?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, but it reminds me of, I think Omega is a bit sturdier than those things. Those things topple over all the time, and I almost want to get rid of them.
She holds up. It's just like when you're actually like, I guess it's just because it's such a smaller figure than 6 inch. You know what I mean? So like you almost feel like you're like, oh, I got to be careful with this. But
yeah,
I still have not seen that figure at retail, and Dorkside had it on sale, so I ordered it from Dorkside, and it's just
Omega
essentially cutting out retail altogether.
I got 2 of them because one I ordered a Kid Boba custom, so I'm gonna swap out the heads and do that. But I was also thinking of maybe doing Little Leia if we don't get her. I don't know if they're gonna make her or not.
I have to imagine they're gonna do Little Leia and Little Luke as a bundle.
Yeah,
I'm shocked that they didn't like. So my niece like absolutely loved her, and I was like, why is there no Barbie of Little Leia? Why is there no like Little Leia merchandise? And it's like, you guys missed a huge opportunity with that for little kids.
Maybe they weren't sure if it was going to be a hit, so they were.
Well, I was wondering too if like the Jake Lloyd stuff played into it, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want to do that again. We're not going to make any toys. We're not going to like over publicity this kid."
Well, what they should do, like what I would really like, is if they did 2 3-packs. If they did one with Brew, Lars, and Young Luke, and you get the little T16
that would be
toy.
Cool.
But and you give them all the cycler rifles and whatever. And then if you did Bale, Briha, and Leia.
Little Leia. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be in on those.
Cool.
I think that I think she was the big secret, and they couldn't let too much of that out without letting it flip.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the big reason why you didn't see any of the merch with her. I was surprised that you got Lola as quick as you did.
Yeah, well, it was weird because they paired Lola with Obi-Wan, which, I mean, yeah, that was...
Yeah.
They had interactions in the show, obviously, but yeah.
I'm
Makes me
interested
wonder
to
if that
see
was if she was a part of the reshoots or if she was there the entire time.
I think she was there the entire time.
She's the MacGuffin of the early, like most of the series, so I'd be hard pressed to believe. You know what, though? She may have been introduced when they converted it from the film to the series, though. That may have been the difference.
Because
I'm interested to see too.
They were hesitant to do more, because everybody speculated it was just Obi-Wan taking care of Luke, and then everything came out with like, well, that'll be too close to like Mando taking care of Grogu, and it felt like they kind of like had to go back to the drawing board a little bit. And I don't know if they brought Leia in to address those issues that were rumored to be out there, or
I'm really glad that it was Leia. Like I
do too. I
liked it better that it got him off Alderaan, and it was the only other thing that would get him off Alderaan would be her.
It was,
you know what I mean? So I really liked the premise, and young Leia was awesome.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to see more. I'm interested to see though too. I've heard rumors that Millie Bobby Brown is playing Leia in Andor.
I think the rumors that Millie Bobby Brown was looking to sign contracts with Lucasfilm for filming something Star Wars, I have to believe that was related to the skeleton crew. The skeleton
crew, yeah.
Because it was just about to start in production.
I think she would make a good Leia. She
would. I think appearance-wise, she'd be a perfect fit. But I
think she's a good actress too. Like
because you know we're going to see Leia in Andor at some point. It's just going to be who's playing her.
Maybe.
Especially in season, maybe not season 1, but season 2, you'll see her at some point.
I hope we see. I want to see young Leia, man. Like I think that's awesome.
Because you're gonna definitely see Bale. You're definitely gonna see Ahsoka. You're definitely gonna see them because Ahsoka's the one bringing the rebels actually together. She's the one like uniting all the different cells.
I guess I just don't understand any of the pushback. I mean, circumstances have changed actors all the time. You look at Harry Potter, and it's weird to go back and see Richard Harris playing Dumbledore, but at the same time, you can't. Michael Gambon's portrayal of him, there was nothing much missing, and it gave more room for that character to grow and develop.
I thought he was awesome. I thought both of them were awesome as Dumbledore.
100%.
Yeah,
so there's no reason why you can't have new actors playing these characters that we know. It's not going to take anything away from the original presentation.
It adds to the mythos, and you get to explore the characters.
And for even Kathleen Kennedy to insinuate that with Solo, I thought that was a very odd thing to do. Like as the head, like I had no problems with that actor playing Han. I want to see him again. It wasn't his fault.
Solo.
You should have
go see Solo because they made 2 terrible sequel trilogy movies, and then 5 months after the second terrible movie, then there was a new Star Wars movie, and put people off.
Well, they didn't help themselves with the bad press around firing Lord and
Well,
Miller.
and you fired directors, right? But that was a pattern she was having, was firing directors, announcing stuff and not coming out. Like it,
the Josh
very
Trank
poorly managed
stuff.
I look at it and I just say, the more the merrier, man. Just keep telling good stories. As long as the story's good, nobody will give a shit who's portraying the roles. And
I hope I didn't give that impression that I was against.
No, not at all.
No,
when I say that, I'm just people that I've seen online saying things about it, and it's, man.
Like even Sebastian Stan, I'd honestly prefer it at this point. If you're still going to tell Luke stories in Mando, then bring in Sebastian Stan. I'm fine.
It'd be
with
more
it.
natural.
Yeah.
Like, I would be okay. Like if it's just like a little cameo thing or something, like I like having it Mark Hamill. But yeah, if it's an entire
I'm
series,
fine even if you do the dub with. I'm sure you're probably not going to want to do the tech and the dub like of the blending of Mark Hamill and Sebastian Stan if you're paying Sebastian Stan all this money to be there.
You
but
just have the one. Yeah.
I mean,
because otherwise they get the guys that they had. Right.
Yeah, well, they'll just continue doing what they're doing and keep it that way.
Yeah.
So can I run you guys like my theory for Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's gonna be like what everybody thinks it's gonna be. I
What do
think
you think it's gonna be?
I think Ahsoka's gonna start off from that duel with Vader and show you the bridge in between her going back, like from the world between worlds when she goes back, and then you're gonna see like what's happening with all of those characters between that gap until we get to Mando and Boba Fett, I think. And I think you'll see what happened to Ahsoka, throughout that time period and kind of catch you up.
I'd be down with that. I'd be down if it starts right at the end of Rebels where they go find Ezra.
I think that's going to be the end of the show. Like my guess is you'll probably get that actual scene to happen in real life. With her coming to get Sabine, because from the way they shot Book of Boba Fett and the way they shot Mando, it almost seems like when she leaves Mando and Luke, that's where she's going. Like she's on her way to go get Sabine, and that's the scene you see in Rebels because it happens way after. Sabine's just been literally on Lothal this whole time. So
it's after Return of the Jedi. It's after the fall of the Empire. So my personal thought is, given Ahsoka's presence in the Mandalorian with Luke, I'm not necessarily sure that that all of the searching with Sabine happens before that, because Ahsoka is still confronting that one woman. I can't remember her character's name, searching for Thrawn. And I don't think she goes out with Sabine to look for Ezra without knowing what happens with Thrawn. So I have to believe that most of this is post Mando.
Yeah. And I also don't think Thrawn's going to be the villain that everybody thinks he is. I know everybody's got the image of Heir to the Empire and like the original Timothy Zahn story. But if you read like the newer novels that are in canon, Thrawn's got like a whole other problem in his galaxy that he's got to deal with.
I don't think he's a villain though, right? Like
I don't. And like the way they do it is like, so they have Force sensitive children in where Thrawn's from. But what happens is once they get a certain age, they lose their Force abilities because there's nobody to train them. So they use them as navigators on ships as like because there's no hyper lanes in the outer rim and their unknown regions. I'm sorry. So they use like these kids to basically guide their way through the galaxy. And then once they hit a certain age, they lose their power and, that's it. So my guess is like Ezra is going to help him train those kids. And then they go to war with the Grisks, which are like the Exar, Nick Cardoon. Or Yuuzhan Vaughn, that's what it is. From Legends canon, that's basically like what the Grisk are supposed to be.
It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. More shit. It doesn't even have to be Ahsoka or anything that we're familiar with. I just want more Star Wars. I just want more content. Just keep pushing it out. I don't care if it's filmed all practically. I don't care if it's filmed in the volume.
I just want it to be a good story.
Just
to me, it gives them an opportunity now. Like, all right, we've never seen outside of the Outer Rim in the Star Wars galaxy. Like I guess Batu is technically supposedly outside of the Outer Rim. It's the midway point between the unknown regions and the Outer Rim.
I think Exegol is technically whatever.
Well, Exegol too. Yeah, Exegol would be in the unknown regions. But if they want to get away from Luke and Leia and all of these legacy characters, and they want to build out and they want to be able to tell stories that nobody knows what happens yet. Yeah, like you have Thrawn, you have his whole race of people, you have the Grisks, you have all these other planets and worlds you can introduce in the outside of the galaxy we already know and build upon. Plus, I think for like what they did with the sequel trilogy, the Mandalorians, Ahsoka, Ezra, all of them have to be preoccupied doing something else, wouldn't they? Or else, like, where were they during all of this other stuff going on? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, it makes perfect sense for world building wise of like, hey, we can go outside of this and not touch about, not talk about the Skywalkers anymore, not talk about Vader and the Empire. We can deal with something totally different away from all of that.
Build it out. Build out the universe.
That's what I hope they do with Andor. Like, just go crazy with it and introduce a whole lot of more characters where we're like, well, where was this guy during the whole thing? And then that launches an entire new series and gives you more options to tell a story. Like,
I'm even fine with them taking, if they want to do Reva and Cal Kestis and the Path as a whole other TV show, go for it. Why not?
Yeah, like, that would be interesting for sure.
I'm not opposed to any of that. Like, for me, I agree with all you guys said. Like, as long as the story's good and we're getting like good stories, good character-driven stuff, I'm fine with it. Like, that was the problem, and it's thought out. It's got to be thought out ahead of time, not like the sequel trilogy. We're like, we're just gonna go into it and not know what's going on.
They were making it up as they were filming. I mean, and it shows.
Yeah.
I need to give a plug. I don't think I brought this up before. Maybe I have, but the if anyone hasn't gone through, there was a guy, I can't remember his name. I want to say it's like Weingartner or something. He made a comic of the Colin Trevorrow script for what episode 9 was supposed to be, Duel of the Fates. Go look that up. It's really interesting to see what episode 9 was initially planned to be because the script was leaked.
George originally gave them the script of, what we knew.
The treatment. Yeah, the treatment for.
But like
sequels.
Jaina Solo and Anakin, Anakin Skywalker and all the other kids that were supposed to. I forget Ben and Leia's other son. I forget
Jason.
His name,
Jason.
Jaina.
Yeah. Anakin.
Yeah. Like I would have loved to see that at some point, but I guess now with the way they did it, it's going to be kind of hard to retroactive some of that legend stuff in there.
They won't do that. That ship sailed. We need to get over it as a fan community and move on, right?
I would even like to see them go back further though, like Revan or some of those, some of those characters.
Well, the more likely option is High Republic stuff. Yeah.
Do you think they'll go back to the world between worlds or whatever it was?
They need to. They need to get weird with the Force.
They could see, like, to me, you could use World Between Worlds to really fix the sequel trilogy if you really want to. You really could. You could wipe the whole thing away if you wanted to.
Yeah, I would. That would be awesome.
That's their out, like that's their
Star Wars
reset.
Multiverse.
Hit them. Yeah, for real though. Like that's their emergency. In case of emergency, break glass. That's the way you could do it if you really wanted to.
I wouldn't count on that.
No, I wouldn't either. But I still think it's there. It's on the table. If somebody approached it to them and were like, "Hey, this is what we can do and this is what we can fix," maybe,
Like I think it might. I'd be interested to see. When professionals, as opposed to like a fan fiction type scenario, like I'd be curious to see if Ahsoka has to go searching for Ezra, and the way that she does so is through the world between worlds or whatever the hell it's called, and she has to go essentially like time traveling to different periods of time to try to find him, and she could cross paths with her younger self. Her future self. Like, wouldn't it be cool if when she sees Mando with Luke, that's not like Ahsoka in her timeline, but like Ahsoka from like a different path, and she's just there and she knows the advice she needs to give him?
And then that's why we almost get like Ahsoka the Wise in Rebels when you see her, she's all in the white and she's all No, that would be a cool way to do it too. Like, I definitely think it's going to come into play. Like especially because it's in the logo of the her name in the show. So I mean, it's definitely going to come into play at some point.
Well, that original treatment for episode 9 that was the Trevorrow script and whatnot for Duel of the Fates. When you look at it, don't want to spoil too much, but they were getting weirder with Force lore and whatnot, and revisiting Mortis from the Clone Wars. So
that would have been
I highly recommend. I need to go find this link and send it to you guys. It's so worth the read. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. That's such a cool thing looking back on it, because now after all these years with all this other stuff that's come out, you know what I mean? If you go back and watch that Mortis episode, there's so many Easter eggs that are in that episode alone that show you basically what was going to happen. And then you see how they actually ended Clone Wars, with those Ahsoka chapters. And it's there that if she would have stayed with Anakin and Obi-Wan, she would have been Anakin's apprentice and they would have killed the Emperor and it would have been them two ruling the galaxy instead. It would have went a whole different way. And she finds that out on Mortis, which is just so cool, in the big grand scope of things.
Right.
I think it drives me a little nuts that we have this mentality that we constantly want to have instant gratification with everything that we're watching. Whereas if you just allow things to play out, that's a perfect example. The Mortis stuff, when it first came out, everybody was just kind of it wasn't great.
What is this? Yeah.
But then when Filoni gets to go back and add some layers to it and starts to become a little bit more nuanced, then it starts to get realized a little bit more, and it becomes something that you can go back and you can really say, oh, see what he was doing? He was laying the groundwork for all this stuff. Whereas he might just be going back and cleaning up sloppy storytelling. Who knows?
It could be. Yeah.
Don't let on to your secret, Dave.
Yeah. He's the one person I trust simply because he came from George. You know what I mean? He sat in that studio for all those hours and asked him 1,000,001 questions and found out every little detail of what George wanted going forward. So if anybody knows the story and what to do, it's him. And however they do it, I have faith that it's gonna be good. I don't know. I've enjoyed Mando so far. I think this third season is going to be the real kick in the pants as far as the action. It's not going to be so much story because we're going to see all these Mandalorians and them fighting, I guess, for their planet back. So it's going to be. They have the opportunity to really just continue to tell great stories, and if they do, I'm fine with that.
Gents, I'm running on, going on almost 4 hours here. So I'm
we've been on for a while.
I need I'm gonna eject for a little bit, and Mrs. Dude and I are gonna watch Prey tonight. So I don't this is a good conversation, but I need to relax a little and chill. What are you guys gonna watch tonight? Anything?
I may start Sandman. I don't know. Did anybody watch that yet?
Streaming out. What's it streaming on?
Netflix, isn't it?
Netflix. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched Prey before I jumped on, but I haven't dived into that Sandman yet. I plan.
Yeah, I was a little apprehensive because a lot of the characters don't look like how they're supposed to look, from just the simple designs. But I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the story.
I mean, Neil Gaiman was all over that stuff as far as producing it, so I think that it definitely has his blessing. You didn't hear him complaining about the direction of it, so that's a good sign.
Oh no, he was praising the direction of it and that they went a different direction, I guess. But then I even saw the actor talking about, we originally did the original test, and I was fully in body paint, and I had the hair and the wig and everything, and they were they did the camera test, and it just didn't show up on camera well. So. I'd be willing to forgive that as long as it's a good show. You know what I mean? As long as it still stays to the original. But yeah, that's probably what I'll probably start checking out. I was watching Harley Quinn today, the first couple episodes of that. That was the season 3 is hilarious.
I need to watch that. Yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
They took that up a whole nother notch.
yeah, no shit. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and hanging out. I'm
hanging
go relax and watch Prey, man. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
See you
later.
Bye.
The dude compels you to make your offering to the toy gods. The dude compels you to praise to